One over at the elementary academy, the young Beastmasters just got some big news. They have less than a single week before the official Imperial Beastmaster exam. In fact, their skills assessment starts tomorrow. The instructor reminds everyone that they have already bound their first companion. Today is strictly for resting up and preparing well for the future. Even so, some of these kids are absolutely sweating bullets over it. Passing is hard. In fact, their current skill levels are too low. Training is just too tough. Many already accept that the top Imperial Academy is completely out of reach. One guy admits he is just aiming for a basic local school. A standard academy in Ningjiang City will do just fine. But another kid points out the brutal truth of their harsh world. Fail to hit trainee level, and you stay a regular civilian forever. Listening to them, our main character Lin Jie silently processes his situation. Sure, the big test is tomorrow, but how does this help his reincarnation? He just woke up in this new body. Merging with the original owner memories gave him a quick crash course on this world. Hundreds of years ago, a massive cataclysm changed the face of the planet. Vicious monsters poured from dimensional rifts, hunting down every human in sight. To survive, humanity had to learn to fight back against the darkness. They learned to tame these creatures and turn them into loyal weapons. That is how the legendary profession of Beastmaster finally took over the world. Now your bound creature represents your actual social status and class. Becoming a high-ranking master is the only ticket to the elite class. It is the ultimate dream for every single kid out there. Once you hit 18, you finally get to claim your first monster. Stronger soul power means you can command much higher-level creatures. But our guy Lin Jie got completely dealt a bad hand from the start. The previous owner of his body had already signed a contract with a beast. Meet Snowball, a tiny, harmless creature with absolutely zero combat potential. Worse yet, it is physically incapable of ever evolving to a higher tier. Is he really stuck as a nobody? Think about that for a second. Surrounded by all these talented geniuses, poor Lin Jie feels completely left in the dust. One guy laughs and tells him to forget about becoming a real master. He says Lin Jie can always get a safe, boring desk job instead. Another kid chimes in, saying he should just stay out of trouble entirely. He suggests selling ice cream at the local mall using Snowball as a cooler. But then his system suddenly starts booting up. Boot successful, the special achievement system is now online. Lin Jie is stunned because he had been waiting ages for this helper. Was the stupid thing just charging this entire time? Relief washes over him as he opens up Snowball's status screen. It shows that evolution unlocks once growth hits 100%. This is wild. His useless pet actually has a hidden evolutionary path. He now has to choose between the path of the giant or the queen. Snowball supposedly couldn't evolve, but this looked like a secret path. He realized right then that selling ice cream was no longer necessary. After all, this was his golden ticket to finally becoming an incredibly powerful beast master. The queen's path sounded incredibly powerful, starting with the Icy Soul stage. Lin Jie immediately spent his precious achievement points to upgrade Snowball. He initiated the process, and evolution instantly began. It worked. The growth rate hit 100%, reaching the second level. Lin Jie was thrilled, knowing this level up meant further evolution. He stared at Snowball, wondering what changes had actually occurred. Even though the beast was F-class, the system unlocked the next formula. It required 20 ice elements and soul jade. Since this recipe was a secret, he decided to gather funds. He needed quick cash to buy the materials. Nearby, classmates mocked him, joking that he should stick to selling ice cream. Lin Jie ignored them, telling Snowball to pay no mind to trash. Tomorrow was the real test, but one loudmouth took offense. How dare a garbage ice cream salesman insult a member of the elite Zhang family? Lin Jie kept quiet, knowing he couldn't fight their influence just yet. But tomorrow, everything changes. For now, the clueless bullies just keep laughing. They sneered that a pathetic low-life Tamer shouldn't even bother showing up for the exams. Just then, a girl stepped directly into the tense scene. She stepped up, telling Zhang Hao to keep his mouth shut, which instantly stopped him. Zhang Hao smirked, greeting the prestigious Miss Guan. He claimed he was merely putting a useless commoner in his place. The bully sneered, asking if she was defending this loser because she liked him. Lin Jie quietly pulled Anning away, telling her those clowns would learn their lesson very soon. Heading straight to the market to buy ingredients, Lin Jie looked at the price tags and gasped. Why were evolutionary resources so outrageously pricey? His savings were completely gone. Meanwhile, Guan Anning caught up, inviting him over for dinner. Her mother was highly curious about him, so he promised to stop by later tonight. She eagerly asked him to partner up for tomorrow's big assessment. Since he was going to participate anyway, he happily agreed to her request. Together, they would show that arrogant jerk, Zhang Hao, exactly what they were truly capable of. Lin Jie smiled, promising she would see a massive surprise tomorrow. She waved goodbye, leaving Lin Jie to head home and collapse onto his couch. Buying that single soul jade and those ice elements had absolutely drained his entire wallet. But it would be worth it as he fed the rare items to Snowball. He whispered that this was the moment for the ultimate breakthrough. The little creature gulped down the materials in one go and immediately began to expand rapidly. A blinding light filled the room, revealing a tiny girl standing before him. She was sculpted entirely from pure frost, representing the legendary ice spirit form. According to the records, this was the first crucial step toward her ultimate queen form. Lin Jie was absolutely thrilled. He actually possessed a rare ice spirit now. Checking the system screen, he saw her rank had risen an entire tier. And at the time, he was still just a high school senior. Nobody expected his summoned beast to grow so fast, jumping straight. To the second rank, Lin Jie felt a sudden chill creeping closer. Intense and heavy, the power was way beyond anything he had imagined. He knew that without his system, he never would have guessed. Which materials were needed to evolve Snowball, to level up a soul? Stone and physical enhancement stone were required. More soul stones boosted soul power, while his awakening level multiplied those numbers several times over. Meanwhile, strengthening stones directly upgraded his physical condition, which was extremely vital. Suddenly, Lin Jie felt incredible changes taking over his entire physique. He had successfully reached the second rank, boosting his soul power to new heights. His achievement points also surged, and the freezing cold completely vanished. To test his new limits, he threw a heavy punch at the wall. Even if he did not fight directly, raw physical power was always useful. If any danger arrived, he needed a way to survive, a massive hole. Shattered into the concrete, satisfied, the young man decided to spend his points for a breakthrough, and his familiar's height increased by 100% as the ice spirit transformed right before him. Its growth jumped by 24%, reaching the fourth level. Lin Jie was determined to shock everyone at tomorrow's qualifying exam. When the morning finally arrived, Guan Anning asked if he was truly prepared. He confidently replied that he was. Guan Anning said, "That was great," firing up Lin Jie's motivation even more. Walking inside, they noticed students whispering. A random classmate spotted Guan Anning, wondering why such a famous genius was hanging out with a total loser. Gossip was that just yesterday, the popular Zhou Hong confessed his love, but she turned him down without hesitation. They wondered what made her special. Anning was Lin Jie's cousin. And the top school genius, though she had haters. Anning asked her cousin if he and Snowball were really competing. Lin Jie replied there was simply no other choice. Anning smiled, saying if they passed the exam, they would celebrate. She suggested hanging out at a nearby cafe. Suddenly, several angry teenagers blocked their path. one girl told her brother that Anning had stolen her boyfriend. Anning stared back, confused, asking who she even was and who her boyfriend was. The girl snapped that his name was Joe Hong, which made everything clear. Anning sighed and stated plainly that she had zero interest in him. She had already rejected him. The stranger yelled that it was a lie, insisting Joe Hong left with her. Shrugging it off, Anning grabbed her cousin's hand, saying they had far more important business. Suddenly, the girl's angry brother grabbed Anning by her shoulder, demanding to know if she was really just walking away. After hurting his sister's feelings, Anning snapped at him to get his hands off her right now. Furious, the guy swung his fist. Lin Jie stepped in, catching the aggressor's fist. He stood his ground completely. Resolved, the girl told her brother to stop playing around with such a wimp. The bully sneered, asking if this kid really thought he could play the hero with such pathetic strength. Lin Jie answered with a brutal knee directly to the jaw, sending the thug flying backward. The thug crashed hard onto the dirt. The girl watched in absolute terror as Lin Jie walked forward. His gaze remained locked onto the bully, his determination clear as day. Lin Jie made it clear he was Guan Anning's older brother, and they had to go through him. Anning stared in shock, wondering where her brother had suddenly gotten such terrifying power. Lin Jie was stunned by his own power, while the bully just raged. Had this kid completely lost his mind? Furious, the bully called forth his beast. The dangerous Twilight Wolf materialized, a terrifying rank 2, level 1 beast. He sneered, wanting to show these pathetic high schoolers what real power looked like. Anning panicked. Her own beast was only at rank 1, level 7. The chances of winning were practically zero, but she had no other choice. She prepared to summon her beast, but her brother suddenly stepped in front of her. Anning gasped. What was he doing? Did he seriously think Snowball could handle this? Seriously think Snowball could fight? Lin Jie told his sister that if she got hurt, it would completely ruin her exam score. She just had to trust him. The sister scoffed, calling Lin Jie a massive idiot. Everyone knew he had the absolute worst stats in the entire city. Did he honestly believe he stood a chance? The bully ordered his wolf to strike. The Twilight Wolf lunged forward. The Spirit of Ice calmly readied its defenses. Using its frost ability, it met the beast head-on. The wolf froze instantly, turning into a solid ice statue. The siblings gasped in horror, completely unable to comprehend what just happened. Even Guan Anning was completely stunned. Was this truly her brother's weak Snowball? Lin Jie smiled, explaining his beast had evolved. The panicked bully screamed at his wolf to break out and do something. But Lin Jie simply declared that this wasn't Snowball anymore, it was an ice spirit. With a mere thought from the ice spirit, the frozen wolf shattered into a million freezing shards. The young man shrieked that this was completely impossible. He was just facing a loser student whose beast was barely rank 1. Level 9, how on earth did his own beast get destroyed? Her brother's rank 2 wolf was gone. Terrified, the sister asked what they should do. The bully grimaced, never expecting this kid's beast to be so insanely powerful. It easily outclassed his own summon. He muttered that they had seriously messed up and it was time to retreat, but Lin Jie suddenly asked, "Who said you could leave?" The siblings froze in absolute terror. Did Lin Jie actually intend to hunt them down? He stood there, completely resolute. The ice spirit stood ready to strike. Realizing he was outmatched, the bully stepped forward, bowed low, and apologized. He admitted they had made a huge mistake. Lin Jie scoffed internally, wondering if they thought a simple apology would save them. The bully quickly turned to Guan Anning and begged for her forgiveness as well. He pleaded for mercy, promising to teach Zhu Hong a lesson in manners. His sister watched in utter shock, unable to understand his sudden cowardice. Enraged, the bully slaps his sister right across the cheek, warning her not to butt into their conversation. He demands she apologize immediately, but Guan Anning simply turns around. She announces it is time for them to head out, leaving the bully to breathe a massive sigh of relief. Lin Jie tells them they can go in peace now, and the group finally turns around to leave. They start running off, the bully pushing his sister ahead so she keeps pace. Trailing behind, Guan and Ying praises her brother, calling him incredibly cool. She is amazed he defeated a rank 2 Twilight Wolf all on his own. His snowflake ice spirit has truly evolved, letting out a soft smile. Lin Jie reminds her they are running out of time and must rush to the exam site. The Imperial Beast Association building stands before them, massive and grand. Inside, the mysterious Stella awaits as the examinees look around with growing interest. Staring at the core, Lin Jie realizes this is the final qualifying exam of the year. Some will lose their titles forever, while others secure a bright future. They will enter the prestigious Royal Beast Academy to start a brand new life. Our young hero is absolutely determined to pass this test. An examiner approaches the crowd, calling forward everyone ready to take the trial. The crucial Beast Master exam is about to begin. The official explains that finishing the test earns them a small bronze medal. It will be stamped with rank levels from low to super. But first, they must select the exact difficulty of the trial they want to face. The students review the challenges in absolute shock. This is no walk in the park. Clearing the super tier is the ultimate dream, though almost everyone fails the attempt. Yet even passing the easiest level grants a license. Guan and Ying asks her brother about his choice. Before anyone selects a level, the examiner raises his hand to add one final warning. Their entire future hinges on this single decision, so they must choose with absolute care. Choose very wisely. He suggests teaming up and selecting a difficulty that fits their actual skill level. The students whisper among themselves, wondering if any madman would actually dare try the super rank. Doing so is basically signing a death warrant, but Lin Jie knows he must take the risk. He locks in the super difficulty, leaving Guan and Ying completely frozen in disbelief. Did her younger brother seriously just pick the absolute hardest option? Failure means losing his chance at college admissions for the entire year. Lin Jie reassures his sister, telling her not to worry because he knows his limits. The surrounding crowd gasps. Has this absolute nobody really chosen the hardest challenge? Is he insane? The examiner steps forward, asking if he failed to hear the warnings. Lin Jie calmly answers that his decision was made with absolute certainty. This level of confidence catches the examiner completely off guard. Does this kid honestly believe he has what it takes to clear the super tier? Lin Jie simply nods, confirming his dangerous choice. The examiner scoffs at his sheer arrogance, warning him of the heavy consequences. If he wants to play with fire, so be it, as the exam is now officially declared open. Suddenly, the massive Stella begins to tremble, unleashing a blinding surge of raw energy. A brilliant light engulfs the entire hall, completely blinding the shocked examinees. In an instant, they are scattered and teleported to various hidden trial zones. The examiner watches, wondering how Lin Jie will survive. Landing in a completely new area, Lin Jie realized he was inside Stella's world. The students were warned that any injuries taken here would not affect their real bodies. With no physical danger to worry about, the young man felt ready to begin. Just then, a system notification popped up right in front of Lin Jie. He unlocked a new achievement for defeating the fierce Twilight Wolf. This made him pretty happy because it meant he could still access his system here. The reward was 100 achievement points and 1 precious soul stone. His stats practically doubled thanks to the ice spirit as he moved forward. He suddenly found himself standing in the middle of a massive amphitheater. A fiery frog warrior of the 7th level first rank stepped up to face him. Lin Jie was pretty surprised. Was this really supposed to be a super high level? It was only a first-rank beast after all. Suddenly, the toad opened its mouth wide. A massive jet of fire shot out. Lin Jie immediately ordered his ice spirit to attack. Sharp ice needles flew forward, freezing the fire beast instantly into a solid block. He noticed that his ice attacks were actually getting a lot stronger. Just like that, the first stage was complete. With the trial continuing, a ghostly monster slowly drifted into the arena. It was a 9th-level first-rank necromancer. Lin Jie smirked at the sight. For anyone else, this creepy opponent would have been a massive challenge. The examiner held his breath, watching every single move very closely. But Lin Jie crushed it easily. To the young man, this fight was absolutely nothing more than child's play. The examiner muttered that the kid was just lucky. The real test was starting now. A second-rank second-level wood elemental lumbered into the arena. The examiner figured our hero's beast was second-rank first-level at best. There was no way he could handle a second-rank second-level monster. His time was up. The aggressive wood monster immediately launched an attack. But the ice spirit did not lose her cool. She prepared to parry, but her ice spikes did not do much damage. Lin Jie realized that this tree's bark was incredibly thick. It easily withstood the ice spikes as it smashed the ground beneath them. The monster's massive wooden tentacles suddenly spread out in all directions. They wrapped tightly around the ice spirit, leaving her completely trapped. Seeing this, the examiner smirked. No way this newbie gets past this. He might stand out, but his run ends right here. Lin Jie just gave an order. Ordering her to activate the ice sphere, the wooden tentacles shattered instantly. It turned out she had more than just one trick up her sleeve. The ice spikes flew again. The monster tried to defend itself in vain. Those sharp spikes pierced its arms, pinning the beast down in solid ice. Frozen up to its waist, it could barely move a single muscle now. Just like that, the third level was successfully cleared. Only 2 more levels remained as other students started waking back up. They had failed their trials and looked pretty miserable about it. Complaining to each other, they claimed they had almost beaten their monsters. It seemed like nobody was going to pass the exam this year either. Nobody expected the 5th level, with its supposedly easy rating, to be this brutal. It had a level 6 beast, yet some still managed to survive and pass. They celebrated becoming official Beastmasters. Everyone was shocked by that second-ranked beast. How did it even get summoned here? All eyes turned to Stella in sheer curiosity. Was he actually clearing a super hard level? Suddenly, a screen flashed. It announced that the 4th level was cleared. The final stage was now open. The final door unlocked, and Lin Jie sighed, knowing this was his last hurdle. The crowd of students whispered that this guy was crazy strong, maybe some local elite. Guan Anning walked out, having passed her test too, but she wondered about her brother. What was happening with her younger brother, Lin Jie? She wondered who everyone was watching. Who could possibly be drawing this much attention? She had to go see. Squeezing through the crowd, she gasped. Had Lin Jie seriously just cleared the 4th stage? He was tackling the super hard difficulty, facing off against a massive, terrifying monster. It was a level 5, second-ranked beast, a ferocious saber-toothed lion. Anning began to panic, deeply worried for her brother. This matchup was way too brutal for any rookie to survive. Even Lin Jie knew he finally faced a worthy opponent. His ice spirit was holding her ground as the saber-toothed lion suddenly lunged forward. The massive beast charged, but the ice spirit jumped in, shielding her master. Up in the stands, the examiner watched closely, eager to see the boy's next move. He respected Lin Jie's talent, but this battle would test his absolute limits. Even though the ice spirit held a higher rank, raw stats do not always guarantee victory. You must factor in unique, elemental attributes. Not to mention the battlefield environment and the Tamer's master strategy. Every tiny detail could turn the tide, and Lin Jie knew his partner was exhausted. His summon was completely drained after surviving 4 consecutive, grueling rounds. Meanwhile, the saber-toothed lion was fresh and built for direct, one-on-one combat. Its sheer speed and power completely eclipsed his weakened summon. This was shaping up to be an uphill, incredibly dangerous struggle. As the lion closed the distance, Lin Jie told his summon to wait. They had to time this perfectly, and she needed to be ready to strike in an instant. Right at the final second, he gave the order to trigger her ice spikes. She executed it instantly, leaving everyone stunned. Was it a double knockout? But as the freezing mist slowly cleared, everyone gasped. There lay the massive saber-toothed lion, pinned to the ground by her giant ice spikes. The examiner stared in absolute disbelief. This kid was actually pulling off the impossible. To go toe-to-toe with a level 5, second-rank beast meant his own summon was top tier. Her level must be just as high. Clearly, the kid had been hiding his true strength. No wonder he was so incredibly confident when he chose this super hard difficulty. But the lion was not done yet. It sprang back up, letting out a deafening roar. Undeterred, the ice spirit stepped forward, fully prepared to end this fight. Baring its razor-sharp teeth, the lion circled her slowly across the frozen floor. But her passive frost aura was already taking its toll, slowing the beast down. Lin Jie realized this lion must have originated from an extremely harsh environment. It was native to freezing zones, giving it massive cold resistance, and that was definitely not going to help Lin Jie at all. Suddenly, a brand new system notification popped up. His pet's total skill uses had hit 10, unlocking a special pet skill feature. Lin Jie wondered what this actually meant. Normal pets usually only have 2 basic skills at most. But having more unlocks crazy combo potential. Now those ice spikes as a main offensive move really needs solid control to work. The freezing zone is massive, but the actual damage and control are lacking. In this scenario, he needs a hard crowd control move. The saber-toothed lion leaped high into the air, lunging straight at the ice spirit. Lin Jie quickly upgraded it. Instantly, it became a rank 2, level 7 beast. The watching disciples gasped in pure shock. What was that blinding light? Did it actually just evolve? But how? Was that even possible? Where did this guy get the points to upgrade its rank? Smirking with absolute confidence, Lin Jie gestured toward the massive saber-toothed lion. The beast charged forward. Lin Jie calmly told his opponent to brace for the ice chains. Time for the ice chains. Instantly, the roaring saber-toothed lion got completely frozen in its tracks. Now its movements were locked down. Lin Jie smiled, telling them to try the ice spikes next. The proctor's eyes widened in utter disbelief. What kind of skill is this? How can a simple pet use 3 skills? The lion kept struggling. Is its hide really that thick? If that was the case, he just had to hit it again. The ice spirit unleashed its powerful skills once more. With that final, crushing blow, the saber-tooth beast was completely done for. It collapsed onto the cold ground, knocked out cold. Lin Jie had officially passed the test. The training was over. He had beaten the super difficulty trial. Guan Anning cheered in excitement, shouting that her little brother was absolutely incredible. The other students muttered that it was impossible, that this could not be real. Even the examiner had never witnessed anything like this before, the man admitted. He had seen plenty of talented young masters, but none had ever been this calm under pressure. On top of that, our hero's physical stats had just jumped all the way from level 2 to level 5. His ice spirit also got a massive stats boost, earning serious achievement points, reaching rank 3 level 1. Lin Jie smiled. This trial was totally worth it. Talk about a massive power upgrade, and the system wasn't done yet, announcing he could now contract a second beast. The young man began to wonder which one he should choose. He would definitely need to visit the pet store. With his rewards claimed and training finished, Lin Jie exited the trial chamber. Immediately, excited students crowded around him, eager to meet the new star. Overnight, the young man had become a local legend. They kept bombarding him with questions about how he pulled it off and where he found such a beast, while Guan Anning proudly threw her arms around him. And Guan Anning says she always believed in him, calling him the coolest guy. Meanwhile, the examiner speaks up. He admits Lin Jie's abilities thoroughly impressed him, and he completely takes back his earlier doubts. The kid's confidence clearly stems from raw strength, no reckless impulsiveness here. The crowd is shocked. Is a senior examiner actually apologizing to a student? Who would have guessed? He suddenly asks if the young man is actually interested in joining the Beastmasters Association. He promises him a solid leadership role, a great salary, and fantastic benefits. Of course, he first needs to graduate from the academy before officially coming on board. Hearing this, Guan Anning immediately urges her brother to accept the amazing offer. Even the absolute best academy graduates struggle to pass the strict entrance exam just to get into this association. Meanwhile, Lin Jie realizes that signing now means he will get a free ride through the entire academy. But he is smart. He knows there is no such thing as a free lunch. The more perks they hand him today, the more of his future they will control tomorrow. Besides, the association has too many rules, way too many restrictions. He values his personal freedom. Smiling, Lin Jie politely thanks the examiner for his time and the generous offer, but explains his mind is already completely made up. He will only consider joining after graduation. Hearing this, another jealous student quickly volunteers to take his spot instead, but the examiner ignores him, focused entirely on Lin Jie. Now think about it, with this insane growth rate, how strong will he be soon? By graduation, his power will be off the charts, so he decides not to push. He tells him there is no pressure, but if he ever needs any help, he can reach out anytime. Smiling, the man introduces himself as He Zhenwen. Right then, two cute girls walk up. Guan Anning introduces them as Liu Sidong and Jiang Xiaoyun from the class next door. Xiaoyun immediately asks for Lin Jie's number. Meanwhile, Liu Sidong eagerly begs the young man to add her as a friend. They have been secretly watching him for a while and really want to hang out. Jiang Xiaoyun steps closer as well, offering her warmest congratulations with a sweet smile. Lin Jie politely smiles at them, but says it is unfortunately time for him to head out. He and his sister still have chores to do, so Guan Anning urges him to hurry up. As they leave, Liu Yichai desperately calls out, begging him to add her contact too. Suddenly, his phone buzzes with a message. His teacher is summoning him immediately. Not wanting to keep her waiting, the young man rushes straight to her office. The teacher beams with pride, warmly congratulating him on beating that impossibly hard test. She pulls her star student into a proud hug, telling him she always believed in him. Pulling away, the woman explains she has a special gift to hand over to him. This book contains the essential foundational methods and secret techniques for training your spirit. It is one of the absolute core requirements for any true Beastmaster. Starting early is key because soul magic, alongside your pets, is your ultimate weapon in battle. Mastering soul training allows a master to defeat beasts completely on their own, bypassing the need for pets entirely by channeling pure, devastating soul magic. It works alongside your pets, providing a powerful shield of protection. In combat, so you never get hurt, Lin Jie eagerly bows and thanks her, promising to dive into his new training right away. She smiles, adding that if he ever hits a wall, her door is always open. To her at any time, Lin Jie learned that soul protection creates a powerful barrier that absorbs spiritual energy to block any incoming damage. The young man decided to master basic skills first, knowing that once he finally enrolled in the academy, he would have plenty of time for advanced courses. 10 minutes later, he was already meditating, putting his new knowledge to work. His incredible progress was immediately obvious. A glowing, protective sphere formed around the young man. Normally, it takes ordinary people several days to master soul magic, but he did it in 10 minutes. His soul constitution was also remarkably strong. The skill was successfully mastered, and a new reward appeared. Lin Jie figured that his system influenced soul magic too. He really had not expected to achieve This much progress, his soul protection skill quickly reached the 3rd rank. The barrier was much stronger now, and he could easily feel it covering up too. 4 people, not bad at all. Lin Jie soon realized that using soul protection cost him about 10 units of power each time he still had not used. The special stone rewarded for his achievements, so he decided it was time to put it to work. Instantly, his overall soul strength and total power shot up. The young man realized it would be a total waste to only rely on defensive barriers. He needed offensive skills too. So he went ahead and learned Spirit Arrow and Spirit Shock Wave. The results were great. Although the damage was small, the accuracy was incredible. The system immediately notified Lin Jie that he had successfully mastered 3 spells. For his hard work, he received a handy soul restoration potion, which could instantly restore all of his energy. This would definitely be extremely useful during an emergency. Next, Lin Jie decided to upgrade both his Spirit Arrow and Spirit Shock Wave to level 2, which cost him 100 precious achievement points. He chose to save the rest for later. Tomorrow, he needed to make some quick cash to buy a second beast. The following morning, he headed straight to the quest distribution center. This was his very first time taking on a quest to make money with his new skills. Completing standard missions should be incredibly easy. After scanning through the available options, he decided to pick the job with the highest payout. His task was to clear out Zhangzhong Canyon of dangerous hairy beetles, but because his current rank was just an apprentice Beastmaster, 3 teammates were forced onto his squad for safety, meaning the loot would be split evenly. Lin Jie was furious, and honestly, who can blame him for wanting the full reward? He had to reach the designated canyon by 2 p.m. The other 3 squad members were already waiting there. 1 spotted him and muttered that the slowpoke had finally arrived. Lin Jie politely greeted them. A low-ranking Beastmaster named Zhang Lei complained that they had been waiting around for hours. He wondered if this kid had even graduated school yet. Zhao Mingxuan, another. The mercenaries are shocked to receive such a weak newcomer. Why did they get stuck with a totally useless weakling? Wang Xuan quickly steps in, telling the guys to lay off him. She tells the kid to stay close. Lin Jie quietly admits that he has not finished training, so he is relying on his seniors for help. Wang Xuan smiles, finding the rookie to be pretty obedient after all. Zhao Mingxuan warns everyone that this task will be tougher than they expect. Nobody should throw their lives away over stupid mistakes. He reminds them that he is in charge, so they must follow orders. He also warns the newcomer that his pay will be cut for tardiness. Lin Jie silently watches them, realizing these guys are just amateurs. They probably failed to even enter the prestigious Beastmaster Academy. Regular dropouts just scraping by in life. Mingxuan yells that since they are packed, it is time to go. Soon the group halts. They stand right before a massive, dark canyon. The bottom is pitch black, and a bizarre scratching noise echoes from below. Suddenly, swarms of hideous beetle monsters crawl out, startling Wang Xuan. Mingxuan quickly orders everyone to block the exit and crush the bugs. He summons his beast first, unleashing a massive rhinoceros onto the field. He commands it to charge, a mighty second rank, level 5 rhinoceros. Zhang Lei summons his own beast, a massive, deadly mantis. This second rank, level 6 insect stands ready. Wang Xuan warns Lin Jie. She summons a giant bee, a solid second rank, level 5 protector. Lin Jie decides to stand back and evaluate their actual combat skills first. Suddenly, a wave of beetles rushes the mercenary group. They flood the area with pure numbers. Mingxuan commands his rhino to smash through the front lines. Zhang Lei laughs, telling the others to watch a real masterwork. His mantis charges straight into the swarm, slicing with its blades. Wang Xuan orders her bee to strike fast and show off their power. Together, their creatures tear through the frontline beetles with ease. Zhang Lei smugly asks the rookie if he is impressed yet. He tells the kid to just watch and learn from the pros. Mingxuan chuckles, asking if he is still crying about his cut of the pay. Consider this a free masterclass. Wang Xuan quietly tells him not to worry. She promises to split her earnings with him later, so just stay safe. Lin Jie sighs, finding their messy, uncoordinated attacks completely useless. The swarm keeps growing, bugs everywhere. They cover both ground and sky. Terrified Wang Xuan gasps as a strange, deep rumbling begins. Suddenly, a colossal beetle crashes down from the darkness of the pit. Zhang Lei grunts, realizing the enemy just called in the heavy cavalry. Wait, how deep does this terrifying insect nest actually go? The endless swarm quickly overwhelms them, swarming the giant rhino. The beast struggles desperately, but it is slowly getting dragged down. The mantis and the bee are quickly knocked out of the fight. The situation takes a sharp turn for the worse, as Zhang Lei and Zhao Mingchen scream at their beasts to fall back immediately, desperate to save them from being destroyed by these beetles. They're pets, but Lin Jie bluntly tells them it is completely useless. That sound has a paralyzing effect. The pets can no longer hear any commands. Wang Xuyan is helpless, her bee is injured, Zhang Lei is furious. He is highly indignant. Why did this newbie know and not say a word? Why is this guy so useless? Lin Jie calmly replies that right now, Zhang Lei should worry less about the pets and more about his own survival. The number of bugs is growing rapidly. The team leader screams that they must run right now or this is the end. This mission is on some insane level. The team captain spins around and starts sprinting away from the oncoming tide. Bugs, while Zhao Mingchen quickly hides behind the protective shield that our hero deployed. Watch Zhang Lei completely lose his mind. Could this be soul magic? Only the Academy knows this technique. How did this guy get it? Lin Jie tells them all to stop talking nonsense and just stand quietly in the back. Lin Jie stretches out his hand and summons his ice spirit. The girl appears and immediately leaps into action. The mercenaries watch in total disbelief. What kind of beast is this? They have never seen anything like it. Lin Jie realizes that even if these pests match normal beasts in rank numbers, that is their only advantage. Plus, they lack intelligence. Have no skills. Our hero knows his third-rank ice spirit has the perfect techniques. She instantly freezes every single beetle in the area. Lin Jie asks the group if they still want to recall their beasts, though doing so means giving up all of their rewards. The three mercenaries feel completely defeated. The team captain has to agree all the rewards belong to this guy now. He asks him to release their pets. Zhang Lei is outraged. Does this newcomer really think he can threaten and boss them around like this? Does he think he is that famous Lin Jie who passed the incredibly difficult trial? Our hero casually confirms it. Wang Xuyan admits she suspected it all along. No ordinary high schooler could possess such massive power. Zhang Lei asks if Wang Xuyan actually believes this guy is telling the truth, refusing to believe it. He just wants the newcomer to unfreeze their pets. Suddenly, Zhao Mingchen strikes and silences Zhang Lei, stating that this young man has already proven his power. There is nothing left to argue, especially since they treated him poorly. Lin Jie points out that time is quickly running out. Everything will thaw very soon, so they must retrieve their pets as fast as possible and get out before the swarm wakes up. Wang Xuyan asks what Lin Jie plans to do, since these bugs are only temporarily frozen. Lin Jie just grins, telling her that he intends to capture their leader, completely shocking Zhang Lei. Is this kid seriously going to jump straight into the pit? Without hesitating, our hero leaps right down. His ice spirit follows. Landing safely, the young man finds himself deep inside. Down in the dark, his enhanced vision easily pierced the pitch-black abyss. The darkness was no longer any threat to him. He quickly activated his spirit barrier, putting himself out of reach. Yet the swarm was overwhelming, making him worry if his spiritual reserves would hold. Even with massive spiritual energy, withstanding this endless assault of monster beetles seemed highly unlikely. Lin Jie knew he had to unlock some brand new abilities. He spent his remaining achievement points, teaching his ice puppet 2 powerful new skills. The ice shield would allow the ice puppet to act freely without his constant supervision. It no longer needed his active protection. And the ice comet star would deal massive area of effect damage to clear the horde. Lin Jie ordered the ice puppet to unleash its extreme frost skill. He also activated his own spiritual shield as cold energy gathered. With a sudden blast of the ice comet star, 50 monster beetles were instantly vaporized. Lin Jie stood amazed by the sheer explosive power of the strike. He realized his summoned pet could easily level up through this battle. Though slow, the endless beetles made this a perfect goldmine. It was an ideal training ground, and perhaps his puppet would finally break through today. But before he could celebrate, a deafening screech echoed through the cavern. The young man immediately realized the massive bug king had arrived. Outside, Wang Zuyan urgently warned her allies that they must report the extreme danger. If they didn't act quickly, Lin Jie would surely lose his life. Zhang Lei was baffled, wondering why she cared so much about this kid. Suddenly, another mercenary approached and asked if the quest area lay just ahead. This arrogant spellcaster was Luo De, and Zhao Mingshan quickly confirmed the location. He added that the target was nearby, but they needed to remain extremely cautious. Wang Zuyan gasped, wondering if he was really a bronze Beastmaster. Beastmaster badges are ranked from bronze to gold, marking true elite status. Luo De proudly confirmed his rank, boasting of his beast-taming achievements. The association sent him specifically to handle this newly escalated threat. Wang Zuyan felt incredibly relieved, knowing they would easily succeed with his powerful help. She smiled and immediately asked if she could accompany him on the hunt. Luo De smirked. If she wanted to watch his performance that badly, he wouldn't refuse. But as the bronze beast master stared at her, his expression suddenly shifted. He coldly turned to her male companions, stating they were not invited. He flatly refused to let those two tag along on his mission. Zhang Lei snapped back that they had no interest anyway, while Lin Jie got a message. The system congratulated him on conquering 100 beasts. He was rewarded with a growth card and 300 achievement points. Lin Jie was stunned. He never knew such achievements existed. Still, the rewards were great, and his ice puppet immediately upgraded to the 3rd rank. This major breakthrough brought him one step closer to obtaining the legendary Snow Maiden. Lin Jie decided it was finally time for the Beetle King to make its appearance. But as the gargantuan creature emerged, he realized it was far too massive. Our hero recalled that the Mantis crisis had only begun 1 week ago. This meant the terrifying Beetle King had mutated at an unbelievably rapid pace. It had recently evolved into the Monster King, a terrifying invader mantis. This beast was a 4th-rank, 1st-level creature. Lin Jie knew running away was impossible. He needed that sweet quest reward. Suddenly, a massive stone monster rumbles onto the battlefield, ready to fight. Luo De drops down to the bottom of the pit, carrying a girl in his arms. Wang Xian gasps with relief, praising Lin Jie for doing a truly magnificent job. She is incredibly relieved to find him completely unharmed. Lin Jie assures her he is fine, then asks what she is doing here. Luo De is completely caught off guard. Is there really another mercenary here? He barks at the kid to pull back before he gets himself killed. After all, this beast is a rare praying mantis invader king. Only one legendary 4th-rank beast emerges from tens of thousands of insects. It commands the entire swarm, but Lin Jie is not backing down. He coldly tells Luo De to stay out of his way during this mission. The young hero fully intends to take down this boss completely solo. Luoda scoffs, asking if this kid has any idea who he is talking to. He proudly points at his chest, declaring himself a bronze beast lord. How dare some random rookie look down on him? Luoda summons his pet. His stone giant is a formidable third-rank, 9th-level beast. Meanwhile, Lin Jie calmly casts ice shackles on the approaching threat. He reveals he is just a trainee, leaving Luoda completely dumbfounded. Could this kid really be the prodigy who cleared those insane trials? That explains his talent, but Luoda warns that raw talent is not enough. He survived hundreds of brutal battles before earning his prestigious bronze medal. Lin Jie simply smiles, saying he plans to walk that exact same path. Wang Xian screams at them to stop arguing as a massive threat approaches. An absolute titan of a beetle suddenly emerges right behind the group. Luoda smirked, eager to show the kid the gap between their powers. He activates his rare spirit magic, casting a powerful buff on his beast. The stone giant boosts all the way to 4th rank, 2nd level power. And honestly, seeing spirit magic in action is absolutely mind-blowing. Luoda boasts that mastering such high-level magic takes true, seasoned genius. That is the absolute difference between a pro and a rookie. Luoda warns that the giant beetle is going to be incredibly tough. Lin Jie fires off ice shackles, while Luoda orders a devastating spiritual blade. The Beetle King takes the hit, and Lin Jie hopes it is over. But the monster shrugs off the damage, showing completely invulnerable armor. Realizing they are outmatched, Luoda suggests a tactical retreat to regroup. However, Lin Jie steps forward, telling everyone to stand back and watch. Luoda screams that the kid is insane for trying to fight this. His buffed beast failed, so what on earth is this rookie planning? Lin Jie pulls out his secret weapon, the explosive seed card. Luoda stares in disbelief as Lin Jie activates his own amplification spell. The ice puppet begins absorbing the energy, swelling with massive power. Its aura explodes as it grows stronger right before their eyes. Who was this beast anyway? Lin Jie figured his powerful support technique should make him fully capable of crushing a 4th rank level 3 opponent in under a minute. Lin Jie ordered his ice puppet to strike immediately. The insanely powerful ice shackles slammed down, capturing the monster, thanks to his ice spirit leveling up. The sheer power of his skills had grown far greater than ever before. Even so, holding down a beast this wild could not last forever. The monster kept desperately resisting, so the young man decided to crank up the combat. Force, a spirit-powered strike was launched, meaning this massive buff would remain active for another 40 seconds. The beast suffered massive damage as its body was skewered straight through. Luoda screamed at the young man to stop. If he kept burning through his spiritual energy, it would literally kill him. Lin Jie calmly shrugged it off, declaring he only tapped into half of his total energy. Luoda stared in disbelief. That was impossible for a mere beginner. Wang Xian wondered if this boy could actually go on to slay the beast. The ice puppet immediately triggered its signature ice star. The monster howled in pain. Luoda was completely stunned by this terrifying power. No wonder he could never find any remains from these creatures. Were they truly indestructible? Luoda suddenly remembered a legend from ancient times. During the War of Gods and Beasts, when humans summoned the 5 greatest primordial divine beasts to stop the chaos, ever since then, those mythical creatures had vanished without a trace. Meanwhile, the buff timer dropped to 30 seconds. Lin Jie declared it was time to end this, activating his ice spears. He promised this would be the final blow. A sudden system message announced the boss was obliterated by that fierce attack. Wang Xian cheered that it was a total victory. Lin Jie had conquered the terrifying beast. Luoda grumbled, wondering who would have thought this beginner guy would take all the credit for himself. Meanwhile, Lin Jie praised his ice puppet for a job well done as its level upgraded to rank 3, level 5. Lin Jie noted his progress had officially reached 100%. Now he just needed evolution materials. Suddenly, the system reported a new achievement. Was successfully earned, and rewards were credited to his account. Lin Jie was staggered. Did they seriously just hand over his rare evolution materials? Luo De immediately pulled him aside, asking if Lin Jie would sell him the credit for slaying the boss. Wang Ziyun was absolutely furious. How could he ask such a shameless thing when Lin Jie was the one who did all the heavy lifting? Luo De offered 100,000. Lin Jie realized since the guild originally sent him to handle this, his evaluation would plummet if he failed. Completing it successfully, though, would boost his overall rank and promotion. No wonder the guy was so incredibly desperate to claim this victory. But cold cash was way more valuable to Lin Jie, who wanted a new pet. However, the clever young man refused to accept immediately, playing hard to get to see if a better deal came along. Luo depleted that he saved for 6 long months, and the regular quest reward was only half that much. The benefit was totally obvious, plus he promised to owe Lin Jie a massive lifetime favor. He agreed, quietly thinking to himself that human relationships and favors were priceless. Lin Jie hands over his account details, and the required funds are swiftly transferred over. Looking up, the mercenaries spot the examiner standing beside a massive creature. Zhen Wen leaps down toward the crew. Wang Xian stares in pure disbelief. The moment she spots the silver badge on his chest. Is she really standing before a legendary beast lord? Zhen Wen notes that. They meet again. Lin Jie greets the examiner, leaving Luo De completely stunned. Since when is this kid acquainted with Master He? Zhen Wen turns to the bronze Beastmaster, asking if Luo De has successfully wrapped up the task. Luo De quickly confirms the mission is indeed finished and complete. Best of all, nobody got hurt. Zhen Wen figures the target must have been at least a rank 4 threat, though this kid is only rank 2. He is no genius, but he is certainly smarter than Luo De. Together, they actually managed to take down that beast. Zhen Wen admits this was entirely his second major blunder because of the associations. Careless handling of the request, a highly dangerous hunt, was incorrectly rated as a standard, low-ranked task. He offers a sincere apology, knowing such mistakes ruin their reputation and credibility. Lin Jie shrugs it off, saying Luo De kept them perfectly safe. Wang Xian wonders if Lin Jie is actually a genius in disguise. Zhen Wen offers a payout to make up for the error, 100,000 credits in total. The beast's remains will go to research. Lin Jie gladly accepts the offer, playing along with the polite gesture. In his mind, Lin Jie realizes this money is actually a bribe to keep him quiet. Turning it down would only cause trouble. Zhen Wen notes that this kid hasn't bonded a second beast yet and clearly needs the funding. Investing in him now is a smart move. Just then, Lin Jie gets the alert that the cash has hit his account. The examiner collects the carcass and departs. Luo De points out that Lin Jie walked away with 200,000 credits. Lin Jie grins, adding he also gained the support of an influential figure. Luo De bids farewell, promising he will never forget his help. Wang Xian is thrilled to have crossed paths with 2 such incredible talents. This trip was worth every second. She vows to train her hardest so she can become strong enough to join him on future hunts. Lin Jie wishes her the best, telling her they will surely cross paths again. In his mind, our hero calculates that this reward is plenty to secure a high-quality B-rank beast. Soon, he arrives at a high-end pet store. The polite shopkeeper welcomes him, and Lin Jie gets straight to the point. He is looking to buy a powerful beast. She smiles and leads him inside. Entering the showroom, she explains that their finest selection is kept on display. Lin Jie scans the room, noting it looks like a typical B-rank shop. Among snake fossils and weird mushroom spores, he spots a blazing fire demon on display, but even with its hidden evolution, it was no match for a royal. Level beast like the Snow Queen, the manager explains this blazing devil is considered an elite B-class pet, highly rare, and costing a massive 16 million. Lin Jie sighs that it's way too expensive, but the girl notes that this price covers all the materials needed to evolve it. Lin Jie decides to look around instead. Remember, Snowflake was originally just an F-class pet experts. Swore could never evolve, but raw ratings don't tell the whole story. Right there, he spots another royal-level beast with a hidden evolution path. It was a stone golem. Lin Jie pauses. Why does this creature look so familiar to him? Normally, it evolves into a giant golem. This boosts strength and defense, making it massive and highly resistant to most elemental attacks, but its hidden evolution is the stone god. This path taps into an ancient lineage, unlocking deity-like powers. It grants the beast the supernatural power to manipulate rocks and soil, leading directly to the stone devil form. Lin Jie suddenly remembers Luo De and realizes why this creature looked so familiar. That young man's giant beast, the stone monster, came from this little guy. But that was just the basic, ordinary path of evolution. Lin Jie analyzes his options. The ice puppet excels in raw explosive power and control, acting like a mage. The manager tells the young man to stop hesitating. This stone golem is extremely popular with trainers because it can tank, fight, evolves easily, and best of all, is dirt cheap. Lin Jie agrees, buying the golem for 80,000. He then lists off a bunch of evolution materials he needs to purchase. The manager asks if he plans to evolve the golem right away. But she warns him these specific materials won't trigger its evolution. The girl adds that mid-tier elemental essence costs a fortune. Lin Jie replies he's not buying it for himself. He takes the seal pearl, finalizing his second beast contract and scores some achievement points. That very night, Lin Jie prepares to get things started. First, the little golem needs feeding. It's only at rank 1, level 1. Right now, Lin Jie decides to double its growth rate before doing anything else. He spends his rank points, instantly upgrading the stone golem's power level. It hits rank 2, level 2. Honestly, Lin Jie thinks it looks pretty goofy. But who would guess this guy hides the path of a divine beast? Finally, the creature gobbles down all the materials to begin evolving, but Lin Jie notices some powder left over. The golem stubbornly shakes its head. Lin Jie gets pretty annoyed. He spent a small fortune buying this stuff. Lin Jie throws up his hands. He has a new beast, and it's a picky eater. Suddenly, the ice spirit manifests nearby. Lin Jie is pleased with its smooth recovery. Then the ice puppet decides to teach the newbie a lesson, leaving the golem flat on the ground. Terrified of getting beaten again, the little guy forces down every last drop of powder. Instantly, the golem evolves into a stone demon with massively boosted stats. It's now a rank 2, level 9 creature. Lin Jie watches in absolute shock as the stone demon starts acting wild, forcing the ice puppet to step in once more to cool down the wild stone demon. To do it, she even had to deploy an ice shield. Lin Jie was pretty upset because his living room wall got totally wrecked. Friendly training is great, but this stone demon refuses to listen and just does whatever it wants. Its attitude needs a major adjustment. The ice spirit finally met all the requirements for evolution. Lin Jie was ready to show who actually runs things around here. He used the rare materials to trigger the ice crystal evolution and outstepped the stunning Snow Maiden. She was already at level 1, rank 4. Her basic ice arrows instantly upgraded to the icy fall. Her shield became an ice crystal mirror, and her passive extreme cold transformed into a full-scale blizzard. Talk about an upgrade. Lin Jie was completely blown away. Just like that, the stone demon glared, but his feet froze solid. The Snow Maiden had reacted instantly. Lin Jie ordered his new companion to unleash her ice fall. The giant stone demon was completely battered by freezing rain. The fight ended instantly. the stubborn stone demon fell to his knees and bowed before the Snow Maiden. Lin Jie made it clear that since they signed a contract, the beast had to obey his commands, but if its wild nature was truly unmanageable, he would have to take extreme measures to handle it. Our hero asked the heavy question once more: was this demon willing to submit to his authority? The beast bowed low to its new master, making the youth smile. Right then, the front door opened, and his neighbor walked in. The man demanded to know what was going on with the walls and why there was so much noise in the middle of the night. Lin Jie quickly apologized, explaining he was just training and was fully prepared to cover all the damages, but the neighbor snapped that this was happening way too often. He wanted serious compensation for his emotional distress, demanding at least $30,000. He wanted the cash in hand within 3 days. The stone demon decided to handle the situation himself. He stepped forward with a fierce glare and threw a massive punch, aiming to teach this loud neighbor a lesson for disrespecting his master. At the very last second, Lin Jie barked a command to halt. The giant stone fist stopped inches from the neighbor's throat. The neighbor stood frozen in sheer terror. Could this beast really belong to him? What kind of monster was this? Lin Jie apologized, admitting his new pet was still a bit wild, then asked about the money. The terrified neighbor stammered that he did not need any cash, claiming he was not petty. That night, Lin Jie slept peacefully in his bed, while Snow Maiden rested right beside him. The giant stone demon slept on the hard floor until morning arrived. A loud ringtone woke the youth. Snow Maiden kindly handed him the ringing phone. It was his sister, Guan Anning. She quickly reminded him that today was the entrance exam for the prestigious Jiangning Beast Master Academy. Telling him to hurry, she promised to meet him by the main gate. When he finally made it to the campus, Guan Anning was already waiting. The other students looked on in absolute disbelief. How could anyone be late for such a huge day? He clearly thought way too highly of himself. Then, someone pointed out that this guy, he had actually passed a brutally hard exam, yet the teacher looked furious. Could Lin Jie have overslept again? The young man realized he was completely exhausted lately. His teacher asked if he had trained his soul art properly. Nearby, Guan Anning watched them from the side, closely observing the intense chat between mentor and disciple. Lin Jie answered questions with complete focus. The teacher then spoke. She reminded them that they were the absolute best of Pinghai High School. Still, this year's admission to the Beastmaster Academy would be incredibly tough. She sincerely hoped every student would put in their absolute best effort. Wishing them luck, she eagerly awaited their good news. Hearing this, the crowd cheered for them. The teacher felt highly confident that Lin Jie would succeed. He was Pinghai's greatest hope. Later, Guan Anning asked what her brother had been doing lately, complaining that he never replied to any of her texts. He explained that he was so buried in tough missions, he lacked time to reply. Then Anning proudly shared that her demon bird had successfully evolved. Lin Jie smiled, saying that was amazing and should make enrollment a breeze. Soon, the students finally entered the massive, riverfront Jiangning city. Pressing her face to the carriage window, Anning stared out at the breathtaking scenery. She could not help but admire its absolute beauty. Meanwhile, Lin Jie blushed. He too was staring at something gorgeous, feeling totally embarrassed. Suddenly, Anning caught him staring. Flustered, she quickly sat back in her seat. A heavy, awkward silence filled the air as they rode on. They soon approached the Grand Jiangning Academy. The campus was absolutely massive. Lin Jie resolved that he would risk anything to study here. After arriving, the students split up as 17 candidates from Jimping High School filed forward to register for the entrance trials. Leading them was Li Pengyan. Meanwhile, Tan Yan announced 21 Kangxia students had arrived to enroll. Standing proud right next to him was the talented Gu Zinyi. Her friend whispered that Guan Anning was their leader, warning her not to lose. Then Guan Anning proudly announced 12 students from Pinghai High School had arrived. Hearing this, a snobbish boy mocked them for looking like simple country bumpkins. Compared to advanced cities like Kangxia and Jinping, Pinghai was highly remote. Suddenly, a powerful aura flared as one of the academy teachers appeared. This was Chin-hee, the strict instructor in charge of registering the new arrivals. He briefly congratulated them on passing, but quickly offered a stern warning. He told them not to celebrate yet, because the real exam is merciless. It made their practice trials look like child's play. The failure rate was 80%. Talk about a brutal filter. This meant barely 10 students would survive. Terrified, Liu Cixi whispered to her companion that they would surely be eliminated. After all, they had only passed basic trials. Nearby, a boy mocked them. He scoffed that girls should not even try, since they would fail anyway. Liu Cixi angrily snapped back, muttering how much she detested his arrogant attitude. Meanwhile, Tan Yan asked his companion who she thought would survive the trials. Gu Xinyi pointed toward Li Pengyan, noting his massive strength, but then paused. She added that the young man from Pinghai felt incredibly strange. Tan Yan asked what was wrong, but she quickly brushed it off, though her unease remained. That guy from Pinghai had some pretty unfathomable strength, but Tan insisted it was just a bunch of hicks. Honestly, Pinghai High's overall level was way lower than theirs, so they had nothing to worry about. Then, Chin-hee announced everyone would stay at the campus hotel today. He really hoped the group would get some solid rest and prepare for the upcoming entrance exams. Plus, the academy cafeteria would serve free meals during the entire exam period. The food was super delicious and nutritious, and Liu Cixi immediately complained that she was starving. Meanwhile, Guan Anning suggested that her brother grab some food too. Nearby, some guys at another table were whispering about Guan Anning and her pretty striking curves. One guy warned the others to keep it down so they would not disgrace Chinpeng School. Still, that girl was undeniably gorgeous. Unaware, Guan Anning kept piling food onto her brother's plate, telling him to eat up, but Lin Jie replied he was already pretty stuffed. Luo Siji looked on in surprise. Where did they get so much food, and why were they not sharing? Then, Jiang Shaiyan joked that the siblings looked incredibly cute together, almost like a real couple. Guan Anning immediately blushed and begged the girls to stop teasing her. Across the room, a Chin Peng student muttered about how this random guy managed to surround himself with so many girls. It felt totally unfair. Why was he so popular when he was not even that good-looking? Just then, a strange young man approached the group and asked to join them. Nobody really minded, so the guy casually pulled up a chair and sat down. He introduced himself right away with a friendly smile, saying his name was Zhou Shang, a student from Chinpeng High. He mentioned hearing rumors about some high school kid back in Pinghai City who had somehow passed the ultimate level exam. Zhou Shang eagerly asked if that legend was here today. Suspicious, Jiang Shaiyan questioned why. He was digging for info. The exams had not even started, and yet they were already snooping around. Luo Siji chimed in, saying they were not about to expose their own cards just to make things easy for their future rivals. Zhou Shang laughed it off. He just wanted to make friends. For normal, average students like them, gathering intel was absolutely everything. Let's be real, if they wanted even a tiny shot at surviving these upcoming exams, he was the go-to guy for information. But Guan Anning shut him down, telling Zhou Shang they had nothing to share. The guy raised his hands, telling them not to be so incredibly defensive. He was not bragging either. He actually knew the dirty details on literally every single exam candidate here. Zhou Shang pointed out the absolute ace of Chin Peng Hai, Li Tongyan. He was a famous local prodigy who, just 2 months back, cleared a highly brutal certification exam. His main pet is a toxic ivy monster, an elite Level 3 plant-type beast. The girls gasped in shock, a Level 3 already. How on earth could a mere high schooler tame a Level 3 beast? Zhou Shang added. that the guy came from a highly influential family. They easily bought rare materials for his pet's evolution. Luo Siji felt discouraged, thinking. He was both a genius and a rich heir. Their level 1 pet stood. Zero chance of winning. Guan Anning stared down, realizing how massive the gap truly was. She only possessed a rank 2, level 7 pet. Zhou Shang went on to explain that. Go Shiny from Kangwai City was a real troublemaker. She only formed a bond with her. Beast during her 3rd year of school. In just one single month, she passed a brutal assessment. Her partner was a rank 2, level 8 steel lizard. Liu Yi was completely shocked. Was it really possible to train a beast to rank 2, level 8 in only 6 months? Xiao Yan confirmed it was possible. Back when they signed the bond, the creature was already a level 7, rank 2. When someone possesses incredibly high soul power, they can bond with much stronger beasts. Zhou Shang added that there was another top expert in Kangwai City named Tan Yang, a youth possessing a rare dual element beast. Annan chimed in, recalling what their teacher had mentioned to them earlier. A few rare beasts wield 2 elements. These creatures usually inhabit highly dangerous zones and are nearly impossible to tame. Lin Jie pondered his own stone demon, basically a spirit born from rock. A dual element like that deserved real research. Zhou Shang wrapped up his story, admitting he did not know anything past that. Could they finally tell him who cleared that legendary difficulty trial? But Lin Jie quickly claimed the mysterious guy never showed up. Apologizing with a straight face, he insisted the target Zhou Shang wanted was not around. They had no clue who he was. Zhou Shang sighed, saying if they refused to talk, he would not force them. The young man bid them farewell and walked off to a different table. But Zhou Shang suspected they were hiding something. The target was likely standing right there among them. Zhou Shang sat down at another table to watch. He muttered that his crew should keep a close eye on the group. Meanwhile, Liu Yi asked why Lin Jie kept quiet about his achievement when he had every right to brag. But Lin Jie simply replied that he had no interest in showing off. He hated drawing attention too early. Plus, those rumors were highly questionable. Annan smiled, glad her little brother was playing the long game as usual. She suggested everyone head back to train tonight. Losing was absolutely out of the question. She asked if he would join their room for practice later, but suddenly, one of the passing students slapped Annan right on her backside. The punk sneered, asking if it might be a lot more fun if he and his boys joined them instead. Furious, Annan spun around to slap the creep, but he quickly caught her wrist and laughed, calling her fiery and exactly his type. Behind him, the bully's friends chuckled. The girls glared at them in disgust. Lin Jie stepped up, demanding the jerk let go of his sister this instant. Annan felt her chest tighten, knowing a brawl right now would only cause massive trouble. She begged her brother to drop it, but the bully just mocked them, telling his pals that the Pinghai girls were pretty cute, but their boyfriends were garbage. Lin Jie absolutely snapped at those words. A savage left hook exploded across the creep's jaw, dropping him instantly. His friends gasped in disbelief. How dare this nobody strike their companion? Lin Jie stood tall, warning them they could trash talk him all they wanted, but insulting his sister crossed the line. There would be zero mercy for that. The bruised bully scrambled back to his feet. Shouting a barrage of curses, he snarled that he would make them regret this. He wanted to settle things right here, but Li Pengyun ordered Xing to back down. Stop disgracing us, he barked. Then he admitted the kid's strike was actually pretty powerful. They were even now, but Lin Jie declared this was far from over. Li Pengyun warned him he would gladly teach him a lesson himself next time. Any grievances, take them up with him. Meanwhile, Guan Anning grabbed her brother's hand, pulling him away, but Lin Jie had one last warning for his rivals. They would settle this at the upcoming exam. Nearby, Li Pingyang watched closely as the youngsters walked off. The girls smiled, calling their little brother pretty cool. Li Pingyang squinted. This mysterious kid had to be the legendary Lin Jie. Later, Guan Anning was taking a relaxing bath, wondering why her friends had suddenly visited. Lei Cis explained, they simply wanted to thank her for assisting with their special training. Their support abilities had reached the second rank, which was a huge step forward. To show their deep gratitude, Cis playfully offered to give her a nice massage, but Anning quickly told them to back off. She would handle the washing herself. The next day, Teacher Chen he announced that everyone was assembled. He smiled, telling the class he had some pretty great news to share with them. According to past results, the statistics were clear. This year's first batch of examinees was officially the worst they had ever seen. Because of that, he expected absolutely nothing from them. The students gasped in shock. Seriously, was that actually supposed to be the good news? Jiang grumbled that Ping High School was holding them back. Meanwhile, Liu Yueqi muttered that the guy had better not cross her path once this exam was over. Then the teacher announced the next test would happen inside the Source Stone realm. This time there would be no difficulty levels to choose from. They were headed into a mysterious forest. Yuan he explained that once they safely entered the zone, a tracking panel would immediately appear on everyone's arm. This display would track and increase their total points. Points would depend on which beast they killed. He warned that sometimes they would be hunters and sometimes the prey. Getting knocked out or dying meant instant disqualification, right in the very center of the woods. A massive stone pillar would display coordinates and scores for the top 10 students. Naturally, someone nervously asked if there were third rank beasts inside, since meeting one meant instant elimination. Chen he confirmed they had exactly 4 hours to survive. Only the top 10 would pass. Suddenly, Li Pingyang asked if they could hunt more than just monsters. The teacher smiled, calling it an excellent question. Anyone who knocked out a rival would steal all of their points. The crowd panicked. These rules were brutal, basically encouraging them to turn on each other. Some quickly realized they could secure a spot in the top 10 by teaming up against other schools. Tanyan noted that any dirty tricks were fair game. Chen he agreed, stating the real world was even harsher. If anyone wanted out, they could speak up now. The student with the most points would claim the best rookie title and incredible perks upon enrollment. The teacher was eager to discover who would rise as the ultimate rookie king. Guan Anning secretly hoped she would run into her brother, Lin Jie, out there. Even if she couldn't break into the top 10 herself, she could still help Lin Jie. Lin Jie had instructed his sister to use her flying hawk ability immediately upon entering the space. This would let her track him down quickly. Meanwhile, Xianhe urged everyone to stay calm. The portal was about to open, and their trial was finally starting. In the blink of an eye, Lin Jie materialized in a dense, quiet forest. Looking up, he spotted a massive stone stele towering high above the tree line. He glanced down at his wrist to check the displayed information. The countdown had officially begun, but his wrist tracker only showed his own score. There was absolutely no way to know who had actually made the top 10. If anyone wanted to check their standing, they would have to head there. That meant the central stone pillar would turn into a total war zone later on. But the real catch lay in how the point scoring system actually worked. Unless a player personally approached the pillar to sync their score, even if they had earned enough points to qualify, their exact coordinates would still be broadcasted for everyone to see. This would basically paint a target on them and invite non-stop attacks. The school literally wanted them to hunt each other down. But for someone with absolute power, these rules meant absolutely nothing. Weaklings couldn't touch him anyway. Lin Jie knew exactly how to play this. In his eyes, the real fun was just getting started. A rank 1 level 9, two-headed python suddenly slithered out. Lin Jie calmly popped his defense barrier, keeping the monster at bay. To stay completely safe, he kept his soul shield fully active. It barely drained his energy, so why not? Next, he summoned his stone demon. Setting it to guard duty, Lin Jie chose to hold back his own power. He wanted to see what this newly summoned guardian could actually do. Testing its dual attributes seemed like a smart move right now. The demon did not disappoint, quickly tying the massive python in knots. Lin Jie waved his hand, telling his summon not to give chase. That snake was worth a measly 10 points, not worth his time. He needed to hunt far stronger monsters if he wanted to rank. While searching, he couldn't help but wonder if his sister was doing okay. He hoped Guan Anning was safe, and honestly, she was doing great. She was tearing through forest monsters. A giant insect beast went up in flames under her fierce attack. Checking her wrist tracker, only 15 minutes had gone by so far. She sent her fire hawk soaring ahead to search for Lin Jie. Meanwhile, other students were struggling hard, barely fleeing from wild beasts. But the search wasn't going to be that simple for her either. Her fire hawk quickly flew back to her side. It couldn't scout too far away before losing its connection to her. Realizing she was on her own, she headed toward the stone steel. She wanted to track Lin Jie's location since he was definitely leading. But before she could get close, a shadow leaped from the trees. She barely reacted in time, leaping high into the air to dodge. The monster rushes right past them. Anning realizes the beast carved on the stone steel is a second-rank 5th-level golden scorpion hawk. It stands no chance against her second-rank 7th-level companion, the firehawk. Launches an attack and easily takes it down, earning her 20 easy points. Just like that, suddenly Oda steps out of the forest, a human savage. And a second-rank 4th-level warrior, with another participant trailing behind. Xiu casually claims that their encounter is just a coincidence. Anning is furious, asking if he feels no shame stealing other people's points. The young man simply laughs and replies that the rules do not forbid it, adding that he will not just take her points, but also kill her stupid bird and deal with her next. Anning screams out, telling her firehawk to dodge the incoming attack. But she is targeted too, as Xiu suddenly grabs Anning from behind, covering her mouth while mocking her for being so good at dodging. But now she can no longer give commands to her beast. Xiu sneers that humanoid beasts have a massive advantage with their high intelligence and free will. Right on cue, the savage Oda grabs the firehawk by its wings. Xiu maliciously declares that before finishing her off, he wants to have some fun. Meanwhile, Lin Jie checks his wrist, seeing he has 40 points in 30 minutes. His stone demon quickly dispatches another beast as Zhou Xing suddenly appears. The newcomer is accompanied by a bizarre summon that holds a giant second-rank 4th-level monkey in its grasp. This creature is called the Terrible Snout Oddity, holding a powerful second-rank 7th-level. Zhou Xing has already scored 60 points, but he knows he cannot lower his guard. Lin Jie greets Zhou Xing with a calm wave. Zhou Xing recognizes him instantly since they previously ran into each other. Lin Jie realizes the man does not truly know his identity yet, which gives him some highly useful information to exploit. Zhou Xing eyes the mighty stone demon, commenting on how incredibly impressive the rare beast looks. He wonders why he has never encountered such a species before, thinking that the trainer standing before him cannot be Lin Jie. According to all the rumors he heard, Lin Jie should be using an ice beast instead, our protagonist claims. His summon is completely ordinary, just a common D-rank pet. At its second stage, Zhou Xing smugly boasts about his own beast, the Terrible Snout Oddity, which is a rare second-rank 7th level. Lin Jie acts impressed, praising it for being incredibly cool. Zhou Xing suggests that since fate brought them together in this deep forest, he should help the guy with glasses. Lin Jie gladly accepts. But secretly, Zhou Xing plans to boost him up before brutally betraying him. Meanwhile, Anning slams her opponent directly into the dirt, using flawless hand-to-hand combat, declaring her brother beat her to it last time. This scoundrel surely cannot believe she will let him off so easily. Suddenly, another vicious monster ambushes them out of nowhere, lunging at Oda. The massive creature flies right over Xiu's summon, striking instant terror. He shouted for Oda to help him, but the beast turned and fled into the woods. Guan Anning told her rival that his beast clearly had a mind of its own. Warning him it wouldn't end well, Zhu Uxing declared he had one last request. He begged her not to hit him where her brother did, but she knocked him out. That quick victory earned her 70 bonus points. Meanwhile, Teacher Chin studied the stone tablet, checking the rankings, and realized this class was performing far better than expected, with several students racking up points in under an hour. Some already had over 100 points. A rank 3 spotted tiger appeared. Facing Li Pengyun, the beast growled, but he summoned his level 3 poison ivy fairy, a powerful rank 3 plant creature. The spotted tiger instantly devoured the plant beast, chewing it down as Li Pengyun watched. He stood calmly, watching his beast get swallowed whole. Then he smirked and told his summon to stop playing around and finish the job. Moments later, the predator's fur began to pale and change color as toxin spread. The tiger began twitching wildly, its condition rapidly deteriorating. Collapsing onto the dirt, the beast dissolved, and the poison ivy fairy burst out. Sprouting directly from the carcass, the plant loomed high, ready for the next command. The dying tiger shrieked, but the vines tightly wrapped around its limp body. The ivy's thorns sunk deep, completely consuming it as Li Pengyun checked his wrist. His score showed 210 points, securing him a massive lead. He boasted that the champion title was already his, while Tan Yun approached his partner. He congratulated her, noting she had reached second place. Gu Xinyi sighed, noting that her partner gave her all his points. He funneled every kill to her, leaving himself with nothing, which felt a bit unfair. Tan Yun smiled, saying he would easily handle the other rivals when the time came. When she asked for their first target, he admitted he wanted to test Li Pengyun. But targeting him now was too risky, though Gu Xinyi pointed out another threat. She reminded him of a brilliant young genius named Lin Jie. Yet his name was missing from the board, making Tan Yun suspect a fluke. He dismissed him as a fraud who probably cheated to gain temporary fame. Their immediate goal was finding Guan Anning, who was already nearby, searching the woods. She made her way toward the tracking monument, desperate to locate her brother. Surrounded by beasts, she felt trapped between a dangerous insect and a toxic plant. Overwhelmed with worry, she wondered where her brother could possibly be hiding. Meanwhile, Lin Jie and Zhuo Xing walked through the forest with their beasts. Suddenly, a formidable shadow blocked their path in the dark clearing. It was a level 4 tree spirit, a highly dangerous wood element monster. Zhu Uxing offered to let his friend wear down the target first. He planned to steal the final blow and secure the points, but the wood beast was instantly crushed by a stone golem. Lin Jie stepped forward to inspect the remains. He was impressed by the sheer precision of the lethal strike. Far away, Examiner Chin, he could not stop thinking about Lin Jie's rapid progress. In under 2 hours, the boy had scaled the ranks with terrifying speed. Climbing from 33rd to 9th, he proved his genius to everyone watching. Seeing him form a party, Zhu Uxing could only stare in absolute disbelief. Zhou Sheng never expected Lin Jie to defeat the forest ghost so quickly. Our main character knew this test was crucial for their upcoming promotion. Every single attack had to count, so he pushed his summon to its absolute limit. If Zhou Sheng wanted any points, he would have to hunt the next beast alone. Zhou Sheng found his partner incredibly smug, wondering how far that attitude would go. But right then, a rare creature stepped directly into our hero's sight. Zhou Sheng grinned, thinking this was his chance to finally score some major points. Right before them, a massive golden tree beast loomed in the clearing. A special bonus reward was on the line, but danger struck without warning. Thick roots erupted from the dirt, instantly snaring a shocked Zhou Sheng. Pinned down, classic rookie mistake. Lin Jie leaped away in time, leaving his companion hanging helplessly upside down. He shrieked for help as the third-rank level 9 monster closed in. Desperate, Zhou Sheng screamed for his own beast to come save him. But the big-mouthed summon got tangled up by those relentless wooden branches too. To make things worse, Zhou Sheng felt his energy being rapidly drained away. He begged Lin Jie for backup, but our hero simply gave him a cold reminder. They had agreed on one monster each, after all. Zhou Sheng panicked. He argued that things were out of hand and they had to work together. Instead of helping, Lin Jie calmly turned and walked toward the woods. He told Zhou Sheng to keep his chin up. Surely a talent like him could handle this alone. Zhou Sheng screamed back that he absolutely could not defeat this thing by himself. He begged for a hand, and Lin Jie smiled, asking what he would get in return. Furious, Zhou Sheng swore to eliminate this greedy guy the moment he got free. But for now, he offered to trade secrets about the other competitors. Lin Jie paused, telling him he was ready to listen to those secrets right now. Chu Yang quickly blurted out that he knew the hidden skills of their rivals. Lin Jie figured those abilities might be some sort of stat enhancement. That was useful intel, so he summoned his stone demon. Lin Jie ordered the beast to execute a crushing strike right to the monster's core. The massive golem lunged forward, slamming into the golden tree with full force. But the strike did nothing, and the stone demon got caught in the vines too. Entangled by the golden branches, the summon could barely move a muscle. It seemed his rank 2 summon was no match for this rank 3 opponent. No matter how hard it struggled, the stone demon simply could not break free. The trap was absolute. Our hero realized he might need to summon the Snow Maiden to turn the tide. Lin Jie wondered if the captive could truly see all his summon's abilities. Chu Yang watched in horror as the tree monster prepared to devour the summon. Meanwhile, back at the monitors, Shenhe checked the rapidly ticking exam timer. Less than 2 hours remained, with only 27 young cultivators still standing. The proctor noted Lin Jie's sheer potential as the stone demon shifted form. A system alert suddenly flashed, announcing that a brand new skill was unlocked. Ghost form, Chu Yang gasped, completely baffled by what was happening before him. Lin Jie realized those dual stats were incredibly useful. Just how powerful was the stone demon's ghost form? The golden tree instantly grew far more aggressive. Goaded by its transformed foe, the tree lashed out, thick golden roots. Shot forward, skewering the stone demon's phantom body in a single, vicious strike. The golden tree phantom swayed, practically cheering its easy victory. But the stone demon stood tall, completely unbothered. Lin Jie watched closely. He figured out that this ghost state allowed the demon to bypass all physical harm. Binds and crowd control meant nothing now. Suddenly, 3 brand new skills flashed. Earth Spike. Right then, Lin Jie ordered his stone demon to hurl stone projectiles straight at the monster's eyes and belly. The demon phase shifted through the roots and launched a heavy barrage of rocks. The golden tree's form shattered, sending it crashing down hard. Its tight grip loosened, dumping Zhou Xing and his partner onto the forest floor. They were finally free, but Lin Jie knew the power gap was still massive. Simple attacks wouldn't put this thing down. He yelled at Zhou Xing to run. He told him to flee immediately, and the guy didn't hesitate. Big Mouth scooped up his partner and bolted, though Zhou Xing kept grumbling. He worried that if Lin Jie died, his precious points would go to waste. Left entirely alone, Lin Jie summoned Snow Maiden. She unleashed her icy power. Frost crept forward, instantly locking the golden tree's massive trunk in solid ice. The stone demon followed up, smashing the frozen bark with a shattering strike. Cracks spiderwebbed through the wood as it began to fall apart, but Lin Jie wanted more. He leaped forward, charging into the fray to finish the job himself. Together, they completely shattered the giant tree. Then, Lin Jie noticed something. His stone demon had just broken through, rising straight to the 3rd rank. He checked the system screen to read up on this new breakthrough. Its phantom form now doubled its combat stats, unlocking a direct path to royal tier. Master Shin would highly value this ice pet for its divine potential. How could anyone possibly find a pet like this? Lin Jie realized that. Defeating a rare rank 3 beast worth 60 points meant he could no longer stay low-key. Jokshan crept back into the area. He rubbed his eyes in total disbelief. Was the golden tree really dead? He couldn't believe it. Did this kid actually destroy such a massive threat? Spying Snow Maiden standing nearby, he demanded to know who she was. Which school did she even attend? Lin Jie realized he forgot to unsummon her, so he quickly made up a lie. He shrugged and told the guy he had never seen her before. Jokshan suspected this girl was actually a high-level ice beast disguised as a human. He kept thinking, if she really was a tamed pet, where was her master? Could her master be nearby if she was ice element? Then maybe her master was actually Lin Jie himself. Mind-blowing, right? Defeating that golden monster meant his strength was way beyond everyone else here. Lin Jie secretly ordered Snow Maiden to act hostile. She glared at them, and Jokshan instantly panicked, pointing at her. He warned Lin Jie that she looked ready to kill, then she lunged. Icy rain pelts down, terrifying Zhou Shang. Were they actually under attack? He quickly cowers behind his big-mouthed summon, convinced that this is the absolute end. One look at the icy girl made it obvious she was looking for a serious fight. Zhou Shang refuses to go down here alongside some random guy he barely knows. Better to just finish him off and run away. He orders his big-mouthed beast to devour Lin Jie on the spot. He claims it is for protection, as Lin Jie tells his Snow Maiden to stand down. She can return because he is fine, and the stone demon gets the exact same call. Total victory. Zhou Shang feels like an absolute genius for escaping. He also stole points from this guy. Hidden inside, Lin Jie asks if they are safe. He asks if the danger has passed and if they can let him out now. Zhou Shang lies, claiming the monster is still chasing, so he must stay put. But deep down, Shang is baffled. Why is this guy still alive inside his beast? He should be digested. Suddenly, the beast opens its jaws. Talk about a plot twist. Lin Jie tumbles out, leaving Zhou Shang utterly speechless. How on earth did he escape? Lin Jie just shrugs and asks what the big deal is. He points out that if the monster is still coming, they can easily team up and crush it. But looking around, our hero notes that there is absolutely nobody behind them. Now that they are safe, maybe Zhou Shang can finally explain this soul art. Zhou Shang avoids the question, suggesting they head over to the stone steel first. He wants to see if they made the top 10, promising they will talk right after. As they walk, Zhou starts to explain. This special soul art is a highly unique power. It only awakens in a tiny handful of elite Beastmasters. You cannot learn it from books, and other people cannot teach it to you either. Everything depends entirely on your own body, making it too rare for normal academies. Since it is so rare, regular teachers do not teach it. Lin Jie asks what kind of spiritual arts rivals, like Gu Zini and Li Pengyun, have. Zhou Shang glances up at the scoreboard, only to realize his name is completely missing. But there is still an hour left, and 10th place only has 100 points. If he can somehow steal this guy's points for himself, he is golden. 10th place would be his. Then he notices his companion's wrist score, 180. Wait, check that score. Did this quiet guy seriously rack up that many points? A huge score like that would easily launch him straight into the elite ranks. Scanning the stone monument, he spots the name Lin Jie sitting right up there. Shock washes over him. Is it possible this guy has been playing him all along? He suddenly remembers that survivors of the ultra-difficult trials can carry 2 active pets. It all clicks. Lin Jie has been hiding his power this entire time. That powerful ice beast belongs to him too, and he was just playing dumb. He was just shadowing him the whole run. Lin Jie tells him not to forget. If it wasn't for his help, that golden tree beast would have ripped him apart. Enraged, Zhou Shang snaps and commands his giant-mouthed beast to tear him apart. But before the beast can move, Snow Maiden steps in to block the path. Zhou Shang's summon is instantly frozen solid, leaving him trembling with fear. He stumbles backward and hits the dirt. Lin Jie calmly tells him that even though this guy did not have many points, barely equivalent to a rare third-rank beast, but they still had to take them. Chu Kong desperately yelled at Lin Jie to stop. He was ready to spill everything, but Lin Jie had simply changed his mind. He did not care at all what kind of soul arts those other participants possessed. Honestly, our hero did not see any of them as real rivals. But before our hero could even move, chaos struck. Li Pengyun's savage summoned beast suddenly lunged forward, completely piercing Zhou Shang's body right through. Just like that, the beast's master announced he had been waiting specifically for a challenger named Lin Jie. Zhou Shang gasped out a quick warning about his rival's powerful ice element beast. Lin Jie had not expected to run into this particular opponent here and now. It seemed the massive debt he owed from earlier could finally be considered paid off. Li Pengyun coldly told Zhou Shang he could rest, which actually relieved him. Since their squad leader, Li Pengyun, had just forcibly snatched all his points. Li Pengyun wanted to test Lin Jie's true strength and see who deserved the leader title. Lin Jie scoffed, stating he had zero interest in being the rookie leader. He was happy to hand it over, which made Li Pengyun laugh out loud. Was this guy seriously admitting defeat? No way. The arrogant teen declared that after crushing Lin Jie, he would eliminate everyone else. He refused to leave a single person alive. Suddenly, Li Pengyun began completely losing control as a heavy pressure violently erupted all around. But Lin Jie suddenly sensed that Guan Anning was in grave danger. She was currently in the exact same area as Tan Yun and Gu Shiny. Lin Jie immediately spun around and dashed east, leaving Li Pengyun completely in the dust. Was he really running? Li Pengyun ordered his beast to pursue. His beast easily caught up and tightly wrapped its massive tentacles around the stone demon. Lin Jie quickly activated a strong protective sphere to defend himself. But the creepy phantom beast wrapped its tentacles completely around the barrier. Li Pengyun instantly ordered his deadly poisonous spirit to crush the barrier and destroy him. Lin Jie coldly told his opponent that he had no time for games. Right behind Li Pengyun, the beautiful yet terrifying Snow Maiden suddenly materialized out of thin air. In a flash, Li Pengyun was frozen completely solid in ice. The Snow Maiden froze his beast too, and the stone demon shattered it. Our hero repeated that he had absolutely no time to waste on these foolish games. He quickly rushed east to find Guan Anning as the ice melted. The broken pieces lay on the grass. Another cultivator suddenly stepped forward, noting that the beast's sturdy body had saved it. Liu Gang stepped forward, calling this a prime example of survival. Since his frozen rival could not even move, it was the perfect chance to strike. Liu Gang declared that all of Li Pengyun's points were now his. He commanded his 9th-level second-rank Iron Armored Dragon to launch an attack. The frozen beast itself might eventually revive, but would its master survive this crushing blow? Liu Gang smiled, fully expecting to claim the crown from the champion. The armored dragon slammed into his helpless target. But as Liu Gang glanced at his wrist, he froze in surprise. A score increase, Liu Gang turned back, only to get instantly blindsided. He watched in absolute shock as his opponent's beast morphed directly into his own double, leaving him completely baffled. Now wearing a terrifying beastly form, Li Pengyun boasted that he was completely unbeatable. All because of his synchronization skill, an absolutely broken technique. Liu Gang desperately ordered his dragon to strike back, but the beast shattered the dragon instantly. Meanwhile, Lin Jie rushed forward. He had to save his sister, if they dared lay a single finger on her. They were dead, no exceptions. Right now, Guan Anning was still trapped. inside a massive sphere as Tan Yun and Gyu Sheni cornered her. A rank 2 level 8 dragon cub slowly crawled toward the helpless girl. Realizing she was completely trapped, Guan Anning decided it was useless to waste her energy. Tan Yun's summon was a water element, undead mage at rank 3 level 2. He mocked her, claiming she could never pierce the undead mage's water bubble. Turning directly to his female companion, Tan Yun gave her a quick nod. He told her he was counting on her to take the girl's points. This would secure her spot as the top rookie. Gyu Sheni was surprised. She teased him, asking if the girl was just too pretty to handle. But she warned him to stay calm and wait before making their move. This caught Tan Yun completely off guard. Why wait any longer? Gyu Sheni suggested waiting until a truly strong opponent showed up. Suddenly, a surprise attack struck Tan Yun, but his water barrier held. Lin Jie stepped into the clearing, flanked by his powerful summons. He coldly demanded they let Guan Anning go immediately, shocking them. They could not believe he actually controlled two different beasts at once. Guan Anning warned her brother to be careful, as these two were tough. But Lin Jie just smiled, telling her not to worry about a thing. Tan Yun sneered, asking if he was truly the legendary Lin Jie. Gyu Sheni admitted she felt a strange, dangerous vibe from the boy. Eager for a fight, Tan Yun wanted to test his strength personally. Gyu Sheni cautioned him to stay alert, realizing their enemy was dangerous. Tan Yun laughed. If he won and Gyu Sheni took the points, she would win. She would officially lead the rookies, but if he failed, he would pay. With a shout, Tan Yun ordered his beast, the necromancer, to capture the boy. But Lin Jie quickly conjured an icy shield, thanks to his snow maiden. Tan Yun gasped, how did this kid possess such an overwhelming skill? A massive stone demon suddenly lunged forward, ready to crush him. Suddenly, a raging geyser blasted the heavy stone demon high into the sky. Seizing the moment, Lin Jie cast his skill, transforming the demon into a ghost. Tan Yun scoffed, bragging that his summon wielded two elements as well. It was immune to physical strikes. Suddenly, Gyu Sheni screamed a warning. She yelled to watch his back, but a shadow already struck Tan Yun. He stumbled wildly and jumped away. Lin Jie let out a cold smirk. Too bad the summoner himself has absolutely no immunity to physical attacks. Hitting the ground, Tan Yun flies into a rage and activates his undead seal. His massive undead guardian steps in right away to shield its master. Lin Jie figured the Snow Maiden would not even need to step in. He orders his stone demon to stand down before things get worse. Tan Yun chuckles, admitting his opponent is definitely a true genius. But it does not matter. Lin Jie snaps back, telling him to shut up. Now it is time to show what he can really do. He commands the Snow Maiden to trigger her deadly ice explosion technique. Gu Zini watches in terror, knowing they cannot win this fight. She begs Lin Jie to hold back, pleading that they can still negotiate. After all, they have already secured spots in the top 10. There is really no reason for classmates to destroy each other like this. Lin Jie stays silent while the Snow Maiden hovers in the air. Gu Zini turns to Tan Yun, demanding he release his prisoner now. Tan Yun hesitates, worried they will team up against him the moment he does. She sharply commands him to do it anyway, and he reluctantly agrees. The water barrier dissolves, releasing Guan Anning from her liquid prison. She runs straight to her brother, crying tears of relief and thanking him. Lin Jie comforts her, promising that nobody will ever touch her again. He warns his rivals that he could easily end them right here. Apologize right now, and he might show mercy. Tan Yun fumes with absolute rage, screaming about how shameless his rival is. Zini tells him to quiet down, revealing she has a secret soul technique. She can use it to unlock brand new powers for them. Lin Jie is intrigued, but Tan Yun begs Zini not to assist them. He wonders in panic if Zini is planning to betray him. And of course, just when things quiet down, Li Pengyun steps out. He mocks them, asking if they have already forgotten about him. Lin Jie is shocked, wondering how the guy is even still breathing. Peng Yun laughs, absolutely thrilled that all his targets are conveniently gathered in one spot. Tanyan grits his teeth in pure fury. Why does every annoying rival keep showing up here one after another? Zinni suggests they team up to steal first place from Peng Yun. Lin Jie realizes the game has changed, with only 10 minutes remaining. He wanted to abandon them, but a fight now would cost him. Suddenly, Teacher Chin's voice echoes out across the entire area. He announces that all the candidates have exactly 10 minutes to escape. Tanyan asks Zinni if she actually supports Lin Jie. He boasts that he could easily control them and steal all their points. But Zinni apologizes, firmly stating that she is going to protect Lin Jie. Talk about a painful blow, Tanyan wonders if she has actually fallen for him. Peng Yun commands his massive beast to tear them to pieces right away. But a sudden, booming order echoes out for everyone to stand down. Their scores are locked, but a new special mission is about to begin. Right on cue, a massive glowing portal tears open nearby. Standing by the portal, the teacher makes an announcement. Since these participants possess overwhelming strength compared to their peers, we must now test their limits. 4 second-year students step forward. They rank right in the middle of the academy. If the newcomers can somehow pass this brutal test, they will receive a highly coveted, one-time purification ritual. But even if they lose, they get to keep their hard-earned spots. Guan Anning immediately calls out the unfairness. How are they supposed to defeat seniors? After surviving so many grueling battles, their beasts are completely drained. Lin Jie simply gestures to their opponents and agrees to the matchup. Li Pengyun sounds regretful, but admits they have no choice but to compete. Tan Yuan suggests they stop the talking and handle business. First, they crush these second years, then they discuss details. Gu Xinai looks over, asking if they are officially allies now. Hearing this, Guan Anning snaps back that her brother promised her absolutely nothing. Still, Lin Jie notes that winning the trial prize will help them level up. But wait, only 4 opponents are sent against their 5-man team. Clearly, these arrogant seniors are heavily underestimating them. Lin Jie suggests that if Gu Xinai wants an alliance, she can team with his sister. Instead, both girls instantly declare they only want to team up with him. Lin Jie tells his sister he will handle one opponent himself. If the girls fight together, they stand a much better chance of winning. Xing Tao, representing the opponents, steps up and demands a challenger. Tan Yuan eagerly steps forward, wanting to prove his worth to Gu Xinai. Xing Tao simply mocks his confidence, warning that bravery is incredibly cheap. He summons his insect beast, a terrifying 3rd-rank 8th-level mantis. Meanwhile, the second-year Zhang Man turns her attention to Li Pengyun. She playfully tells the handsome boy to choose her as his opponent. He chuckles back, promising he won't be showing any mercy. She instantly calls forth a Thunder Lion, a 3rd-rank 9th-level beast. She dares him to try his best to make her feel some real pain. And just like that, only 2 opponents remain standing. Gu Xinai points to one opponent, calling her incredibly weak. Wu Zitian asks Lin Jie if he wants to fight next. Apparently, he really hates the opponent's haircut and wants him gone. Lin Jie smiles warmly, asking his opponent to go easy on him. Another girl steps up, giggling that Gu Xinai and Guan Anning look adorable. This is Hui Hui. She admits she hates pretty girls, so no mercy. Nearby, a crowd of defeated contestants slowly returns to teacher Chin-hee. Tears in her eyes, Liu Sikai tells her friend they are officially out. Zhang Xiao Yun points out they survived many days anyway. The defeated students sigh, deeply wishing they had not messed up. Su rubs his fresh bruises, groaning that everything hurts. Shi Yinhe notes that only a select few kids truly stand out. Teacher Gao Wenbai turns to his colleague, asking to prep the next test. Chen He is surprised that Gao expects them to move this quickly. Wenbai called his colleagues' methods too extreme, too many. Missed talents, but Gao chimed in with extra spots available and suggesting they rescue a few of the eliminated students. Gao announced that those who did not make the top 10 would now receive some incredibly good news. There were 10 extra spots open for anyone who could pass his test. They would be accepted. The girls realized that miracles really do happen. Now they had to fight hard for the top 20. Another contestant vowed to hold his ground and refused to lose. Meanwhile, the battle with the sophomores raged on. Their superior power was completely obvious, and Shinto declared his opponent defeated. Chang Man turned to his beaten rival, praising his remarkable endurance. But continuing was pointless now. Chang Man watched in surprise. Had his opponent still not figured it out, Wu Zetian declared that no new geniuses could exist here. The academy was full of them. Her summoned beast was a frenzied warrior, a third-rank 7th-level human. Wu Zetian then urged the newcomers to focus entirely on training. Gao was completely against such harsh methods. He felt this behavior crushed their drive to grow any further. Chen He countered, wanting to knock these arrogant students off their high horse. Without a reality check, they would all think they were the absolute best. Gao laughed, noticing that one student still resisted. One of the sophomores unleashed a fierce warhorse, a terrifying 3rd-rank, 9th-level wild beast to aid him, but wait, his horse froze solid, completely shocking the sophomore. He could not believe his eyes. Quietly, Lin Jie told his opponent that he should probably just concede. Chen He laughed, noting his plan had definitely worked. They had seen plenty of geniuses, but this kid was different. He seemed to embody the 18 great Beastmasters. Shin He was excited. By this, Gao noted that even veteran masters lacked such incredible power. Identifying him as Lin Jie, Gao demanded the boy join his group. Shin He asked if Gao was rushing things, since assigning these students to groups had to follow strict rules. Suddenly, a system notification announced that the fire horse was utterly defeated. The second-year student admitted that he had lost. Guan Anning told her little brother they had won. Gu Zini had not expected this guy to be so strong. Tan Yun fell to his knees and admitted that there was a massive power gap between them. He decided to turn his sorrow into pure motivation. The sophomore leader asked if Wu Zetian had truly given up, a mere newcomer, not even enrolled in the academy yet, had already beaten the second-year elite. It was hard to believe. Lin Jie asked the older students if they really wanted to continue. The commander replied that the young man should not think he could look down on them. Lin Jie suggested all 3 of them take him on together. The second-year leader declared the boy was arrogant, ordering his insect beast to attack the stone demon. Gao admitted that this young man was truly in a league of his own. If they kept going like this, the second-year student's reputation would suffer significantly. Shin He announced that the testing was finally complete. No more trials. In the end, the only one who passed was Lin Jie. Still, the others performed pretty well, and after enrolling in the academy, their abilities would skyrocket. But then, the leader of the second years stepped up to threaten our hero. Once Lin Jie finally graduates from the academy, he would settle the score. Lin Jie calmly said there was no point in competing anymore since he could see this sophomore was truly strong. The teacher then announced that it was now time for their rewards. Our hero felt his physical body enhance, and his spirit boosted too. Shin He congratulated the protagonist and announced that Lin Jie had enrolled. Lin Jie returned to the other students, who immediately began whispering. The young people were completely amazed. Could this really be the guy who cleared that nightmare level? Jai Shen Yu walked over and suggested his spirit had another form. Lin Jie was surprised. Really, the girl said she could explain how to easily activate his exclusive skill. If Lin Jie visited her after the exam, she would explain everything. Teacher Chen, he called for quiet and announced that the top 10 would be admitted immediately. He proudly announced the leader among all the newcomers. It was Li Pengyun, and honestly, everyone was completely shocked. Why was this graduate the winner? Li Pengyun felt insulted since Lin Jie was clearly stronger. Teacher Gao pointed out that Li Pengyun should not have taken first. Was that fair? Chen he emphasized that one person should not have to bear all the responsibility. The rules of the trial determined the winner based on points. Gao Wanbai told the retest participants to follow him. Guan Anning reassured her friends that everything would be okay. They would definitely make it through. That was when Zhou Shang approached. Zhou Shang approached our hero again to greet him. He admitted that he had not realized this guy was actually Lin Jie. His information was wrong. But watching Lin Jie stand up to those sophomores was highly impressive. Lin Jie asked what he wanted. Zhou Shang begged him to take him on as a disciple, promising his respect would be absolutely unwavering. The protagonist replied that he did not take on any apprentices, and that this loud guy was not even eligible to enroll yet. Zhou Shang shouted that he would definitely enroll if he just waited a bit. Guan Anning noted that her little brother achieved an excellent result. To celebrate becoming official students, she suggested they go out for fun. Lin Jie remarked that after 4 hours of brutal exams, he was absolutely exhausted. He really needed some good rest, but Guan Anning suggested they return home tomorrow after a good sleep. Staying in town for the night anyway, her younger brother quickly agreed, and Guan Anning suggested they start with a proper meal. They visited a premium restaurant where guests could actually dine alongside various spiritual beasts. Anning beamed, saying she had wanted to come here for ages. The girl suggested summoning their pets since they fought hard and deserved a great meal too. Lin Jie agreed. His sister then pointed out that last time, Snow Maiden did not look like a human girl, meaning she had evolved. How did Lin Jie manage that? He guessed that maybe their bond had simply grown much stronger over time. He figured he could explain the whole system when they had some actual downtime. Guan Anning scanned the menu and declared it was finally time to order. The options included braised red lamb, grilled octopus, and braised dragon scales. Absolutely wild choices. Lin Jie, however, was staring straight at the ridiculous prices. Meanwhile, the stone demon was drooling for a good meal alongside Snow Maiden and the Fire Hawk. Soon, the waitress arrived to ask if they were ready to order. Guan Anning took charge, and within 5 minutes, the table was completely packed. Just a few minutes later, every single plate was licked clean. The summoned beasts were stuffed, but Lin Jie was suddenly sweating. He honestly started contemplating a dine and dash. Flat out, he did not have enough cash when the waitress brought the slip. She asked how he wanted to pay, but Guan Anning quickly stepped in. She told him she would cover it with some savings she kept aside. Lin Jie realized he was officially saved. Walking out, Anning looked around, amazed by how beautiful the city looked at night. Just thinking about the fact that they were going to study here gave her goosebumps. Lin Jie knew he needed to find a job and make some quick cash. Right then, loud shouts and roaring cheers echoed from inside a nearby building. People inside were screaming about a devastating strike. Turns out, this place housed the Arena of Doom, a brutal underground fight club. Inside the cage, a massive 4-armed beast had just crushed its opponent. This creature was an anomaly, boasting a 3rd-rank, 2nd-level status. The announcer shouted that anyone who could defeat it would walk away rich. Would anyone step up? Listening close, Lin Jie realized this was his big chance. Entry was only 300 coins, which would buy him a spot in the ring. The winner takes home 50,000. Talk about the ultimate cash grab. The rules were simple, no magic or soul spells, just raw, bloody fist fights. Fans wanted a real brawl, but fighters had to sign a waiver first. If your beast gets completely obliterated during the match, no one is held responsible. Lin Jie turned to his sister, asking if she wanted to go inside and watch. She looked surprised. Was her brother seriously thinking about entering the ring? Grinning, he figured if they were giving out free cash, he would gladly take it. According to his system, that monster was only a third-rank, second-level threat. If he wanted to win, he just needed to upgrade his own beast first. He would boost his second rank, 9th-level stone demon straight to rank 3. Lin Jie triggered the upgrade, flooding the creature with pure energy. Instantly, the stone demon evolved, hitting the third rank, third-level milestone. Although doing that cost him a pretty massive chunk of system points. Guan Anning gasped. Had his stone demon really just jumped in power? Lin Jie played it cool, claiming it was just from eating that heavy meal. She believed in her little brother. Lin Jie knew exactly what he was doing. Suddenly, the host announced the four-armed monster's next opponent, calling on the crowd to cheer for this challenger, reporting that he was just a young man with an unremarkable face. Standing right beside him was a strange stone man that the crowd had never seen before. The host wondered how this kid dared to enter, while the crowd sneered that this stone beast was just worthless, red-haired trash. Meanwhile, the four-armed anomaly laughed mockingly and stepped toward the stone demon, watching closely the anomaly's master. Shang Gu approached our hero, warning him that if he died here, he shouldn't blame him for his grim fate. Lin Jie simply asked his opponent to give it his best. Shang Gu smirked, thinking this foolish kid clearly didn't value his own life at all. The host stepped up, announcing it was time to sign the contract of life and death. The fighters sealed the pact with their fingerprints. Immediately, the host shouted that the battle was finally starting. Shang Gu ordered his massive beast to show these challengers who was the absolute strongest here. The monster lunged, but the stone demon agilely avoided the heavy blow. Lin Jie noted that the anomaly had pretty decent speed. The monster suddenly grabbed the stone demon, starting to stretch it violently, locking onto its limbs. The beast brutally flung the stone demon aside, and it flew forward, slamming onto the stage. Hard, the stone demon crashed onto the arena, its body partially crumbling. Shang Gu saw that even though his monster could not use skills, its raw strength was completely unmatched. Lin Jie thought that just as expected, the rules favored the four-armed freak. No wonder he was so confident. The monster continued to advance, relentlessly pressing down on the struggling stone demon. The stone demon was fully deactivated, crashing down. Shang Gu was surprised. Was that really all there was to it? The crowd roared, saying the monster, as always, was totally magnificent. Lin Jie thought that if skills were allowed, the stone spirit would have easily torn him apart long ago. Unfortunately, the rules forbid that. If they relied only on pure strength, his stone spirit would certainly be no match for the beast. Lin Jie recalled the wise words Gu Shiny had once told him. If that was true, it was worth the risk. Last time, the stone demon unlocked a new form during a dire crisis. Now, either he would awaken a new form here, or get utterly crushed by this monster. Calling out, Lin Jie said he wanted to see what the stone demon was truly capable of. Was he really going to keep relying solely on his snow maiden strength? Hearing those words, the stone demon leaped back up, kicking the four-armed monster squarely in the chest and sending it flying to the side. The powerful demon general form was unlocked. Lin Jie thought, what an incredible surprise. The stone armor on his body can actually be activated depending on the battle conditions. Now, the fierce demon general began to relentlessly batter the four-armed monster. The beast desperately tried to counterattack, but the demon general instantly vanished. Shang Gu still didn't comprehend what had just happened. The demon general reappeared right behind his opponent and resumed his savage beating. The four-armed monster was unable to put up a fight. The broken monster retreated into a defensive stance, trying to shield himself from the crushing blows raining down. Only 10 seconds remained. The Young man shouted for the demon to stop messing around and finish it quickly. The four-armed monster is deactivated, promoting the stone demon to the third rank of the fourth level. A lightning ram general is unlocked. Shang-gu screams that this cannot be happening, tears already welling up. They stream down his face as the host prepares to declare the winner. The crowd is utterly baffled. What on earth just happened here? The four-armed monster wins. Lin Jie cannot believe his ears. It is totally obvious that the beast lost. Talk about a rigged match. What is going on? The host claims Lin Jie used forbidden skills. Since he supposedly used active skills, the challenger is immediately disqualified. True, his beast changed forms, but that was just shedding armor. It does not count as using magic. Guan and Ying screams that this is totally unfair. Shang-gu sneers that this kid cannot just take the prize money through cheap tricks. Lin Jie steps up. If his beast lost, why not settle this with a direct fight? Let the Beastmasters battle one-on-one to decide the true winner. Whoever wins takes the cash. Shang-gu laughs. Is this kid seriously challenging me? The host cannot believe it. This kid is really testing his luck. Challenging the former freestyle wrestling champion himself, Shang-gu steps forward. Entering the arena, he prepares to fight. Everyone expects an absolute beatdown. Lin Jie just smiles. This is way more fun than a pet match. He pats the stone demon on the shoulder, praising him for a job well done. Now let him watch his master. The host and Shang-gu share a quiet look. They understand each other perfectly. The host steps up to announce the challenge. Since he has the guts to challenge a champion, his determination deserves respect. If he can actually defeat Shang-gu, the grand prize is rightfully his. Shang-gu grins. He is ready to have some fun with this little challenger. Meanwhile, Tan Yun asks Gu Zini if she is genuinely interested in Lin Jie. Gu Zini sighs, asking why he keeps bringing this up when they are just like siblings. Tan Yun is frustrated. How is he any worse than some random guy? They only just met, and he cannot stand seeing her with him. He just wants to protect her, but Gu Zini insists she can handle her own problems. She tells him to back off and walks away, turning the corner alone. Tan Yun is left standing there, fuming. Suddenly, a woman screams for help. Gu Zini is grabbed by a fiery beast, a dangerous, first-rank, second-level fire elemental. Furious, Tan Yun kicks the fiery monster and tells it to get lost. He quickly approaches the shaken girl, gently lifting her head. Asking if she is okay, he notices a mysterious stranger appearing on the roof behind them. The cloaked figure leaps down from the neighboring house, landing softly. Tan Yun demands to know who he is and if that beast belongs to him. The stranger calmly asks if so-called monsters are truly evil. Are domestic pets really representatives of good? Who decided that anyway? Confused, Tan Yun demands an explanation. The stranger explains their long lives. Due to deep loyalty, some pets refuse to serve others once their master dies. Left completely alone, they survive without any care or attention for years. Wandering neglected, they eventually get mistaken for hostile monsters. Tan Yun shouts back that this is all just a load of nonsense. Absolute nonsense. He's not letting a monster-abusing creep slide this easily. Yun summons his powerful beast, a dark mage, ready to fight. The stranger asks the young man if his name is Tan Yun. Tan Yun warns him to surrender now or face the association's wrath. The stranger orders his monster to retreat, but it is all a dirty trick. The beast begins to transform, unleashing an insane surge of raw power. The stranger laughs, saying he was actually searching for Tan Yun this whole time. But since the boy delivered himself, it is time to see what he is made of. The massive beast swells in size, preparing to crush Tan Yun and his mage. Meanwhile, Gu Zini steps inside the loud, chaotic underground fighting club. The rowdy crowd is absolutely roaring for the next match. Everyone screams for Shang-gu to crush his opponent, while Gu Zini spots Lin Jie. He is already standing in the arena, right as Guan Anning meets Gu Zini. They find themselves standing right next to each other. Both of them quietly wish Lin Jie luck before exchanging surprised, furtive glances. Shang-gu loudly brags about winning the championship after his very first match. 2 years later, he completely demolished the heavy artillery of Lei Long. That victory earned him a terrifying nickname, Shang-gu the Meat Grinder. Usually, this terrifying backstory makes his opponents shake in fear. Why isn't this kid shaking? Shang-gu proudly offers Lin Jie the chance to take the first strike. The host demands Lin Jie start fighting immediately. Or else his bones are history. Shang-gu yells for the cheering crowd to watch him end this. Lin Jie calmly warns his opponent not to blame him for what happens next. Our hero strikes, sending the massive Shang-gu flying like a ragdoll. Terrified spectators dive out of the way as the champion crashes onto the floor. The host is speechless. Did the champion really get knocked out in one hit? Up in the stands, Gao Shiny and Guan Anning cheerfully high-five each other. But they quickly catch themselves, modestly turning away to hide their excitement. No way, the host yells. He claims Lin Jie attacked before the signal and broke the rules. Lin Jie slowly walks over, placing a heavy hand right on the host's head. Sweating bullets under that terrifying gaze, the host quickly admits he was wrong. He nervously declares that Lin Jie is indeed the winner of the match. Checking his phone, Lin Jie sees 50,000 credits have been deposited. With enough money for a hotel room, he watches the girls rush over. Gao Shiny giggles, saying she never expected him to be this strong. Gao Shiny just winks, reminding Anning that they are teammates now. It is only natural for teammates to grow closer as new classmates. She reintroduces herself to Lin Jie, proudly stating her name is Gao Shiny. Lin Jie just sighs, asking why she even followed him here. Shiny explains that she wants to help him unlock an additional ability. Anning looks completely baffled by this. She wonders what Gao Shiny means by that unexpected offer. Ready to help like a true friend, Guan Anning suggested finding a quiet spot. They ended up finding a quiet spot together, which turned out to be a hotel room. Lin Jie told Gu Zini she could finally start her story, and she did. Her special spiritual power is called perception. Since she was 7, she could sense things that normal people completely miss. Guan Anning called it an amazing ability, while Lin Jie wondered how she would help. Gu Zini didn't answer directly, instead asking the young man to close his eyes. He did, and as Gu Zini leaned in closer, Guan Anning got pretty upset. What was she doing? But Gu Zini simply asked for total silence. Only then could she truly understand his ability and guide its development. Gu Zini could feel the boy's heart beating incredibly fast. She needed to focus, and that's when a clear vision appeared. She announced that she could sense a very unusual pet inside him. It looked like neither a snow maiden nor a stone spirit, but something in between. It was like a fusion of the two, and Lin Jie was absolutely stunned. He asked what she meant, but Zini explained her stamina was currently too low. Because her physical strength was lacking, she could only catch vague signals. Next, Zini turned to Guan Anning and approached the young girl. She told Guan Anning that her potential was buried deep, then closed her eyes. Get ready, because she saw a horde of monsters, and one suddenly turned. It stared right at Gu Zini, shocking her into opening her eyes with a gasp. Guan Anning asked what was wrong and what she saw, but Zini lied. She claimed she only saw some dark shadows. Her potential probably just hadn't awakened yet. She told her to train more, though Gu Zini privately felt a terrible premonition. Something truly evil was coming, but Guan Anning just resolved to work harder. Zini decided to keep her dark thoughts to herself. Checking her watch, Gu Zini noted how late it was getting for them. Since a girl shouldn't wander alone at night, she decided to stay over. They didn't mind, and Gu Zini warmly thanked them for the stay. That night, Lin Jie slept right between the girls, but he couldn't rest. He kept tossing and turning, thinking about his bizarre new hybrid pet. He hoped the Snow Maiden and Stone Demon would bond well. They needed to harmonize to unlock their true potential. He needed to master this fusion technique quickly, and 10 days flew by. Soon, a massive festival energy took over the academy for class placements. Everyone crowded to see the results, and Lin Jie got into the first group. His sister Guan Anning was thrilled since they would end up classmates. Gu Zinni happily announced she also got placed in that very same class. But as Zinni looked back, she spotted Tan Yun looking completely beaten up. He was covered in bandages, prompting her to ask what happened. Did he get into another scrap? Tan Yun muttered that he crossed some bad guys. Both Tan Yun and Li Pengyun ended up assigned to the second group. Li Pengyun thought it was a relief not to share a group with that guy. Otherwise, things would have ended terribly. Barely able to hold back, Tan Yun even admits he is totally down for a brawl right now. As well, Guan Anning spots her friends and lights up. They actually made it here too. Zhang Shayan lets her know they ended up placed in the fourth group. Too bad only the first and second groups are the real elites. Meanwhile, Lu Sicha thanks Guan Anning again for all the training. That's when Teacher Chin He steps up, reminding everyone they've met before. He is their official homeroom teacher now, helping them unlock their true potential for the next 3 long years. The academy offers a massive selection of classes to choose from, letting students build their own schedule, but regardless of their choices. Here's the catch. They can never stop training. Teacher Chin He warns them that their strength will be constantly tested. Fail, and you get demoted to regular classes. But there is a massive incentive for the top performers. The top 3 students on the leaderboard get a scholarship of 100,000. Guan Anning isn't shocked. She expected nothing less from an elite academy like this. They pay out the highest rewards around. If you win it twice, you can afford an advanced pet. Next, Chin He explains all the clubs, recreational groups, and hands-on projects available here. After class, students are free to choose their own path. But the teacher wants to focus on one specific activity. It is mandatory for absolutely everyone. Chin He explains that they will be entering virtual battles inside a massive combat facility nearby. The arena can hold thousands of students at the exact same time. It is the perfect place to farm experience and rank up your pets, and since it is fully virtual, you are not just fighting classmates but actual Beastmasters from all over the country. Climbing the ranks here gives huge rewards and defines your official master status. Getting to bronze, silver, or gold is how you prove your worth. Lin Jie realizes he needs to upgrade his spirit to Snow Maiden level, and fast. To do that, he tries to trigger fusion, calling out to his pets. Will it actually work? System error, the fusion fails because their power levels do not match. As class wraps up and students file out, our main character knows he needs to dive into those virtual matches immediately to level up. Suddenly, a student approaches him, asking if he wants to join the Winter Club, the ultimate spot for ice pet lovers. Then the Stone Beast Club tries to recruit him as well. They promise mutual growth, but another student chimes in about the Spiritual Pet Club instead. Apparently, they have gorgeous girls and massive funding for events, but Lin Jie politely turns them all down, explaining he's not looking to join any groups right now. Just then, members of the High Mountains Club arrive, bragging that they are one of the top 5 clubs in the entire academy. Only true elites get in. Their club leader is a powerful sophomore who ranked top 3 in the entrance exams. Now, Luo Han steps forward. A young man asks if his name is Lin Jie. Zinni thinks these students look really mean. She definitely did not expect Jin Tao to be a member of the High Mountains Club as well. Luo Han claims that if the kid joins their club, his life changes forever. Since this group does not accept just anyone, Lin Jie thanks him for the offer but says he has no plans to join any club right now. The youth believes these groups will not help his growth at all, even one as prestigious as High Mountain. This leaves Jintao totally shocked. Did this guy really just reject their prestigious club? Honestly, who would actually reject an offer like that? Jintao warns him that if he refuses to join, he will become their absolute number one enemy. Lin Jie calmly says he does not care and walks away to finish his business. Gao Zini smiles. He did not disappoint, and N asks if her brother is scared. No way, he says, joining them would only bring unnecessary trouble. If those guys are actually strong, they can come back and try to force his hand. Soon, they reach a room packed with people training hard. Lin Jie decides it is time for them to begin as well. He and his sister dive straight into leveling up through virtual battles. Guan Anning wants to catch up to her brother's incredible level. Lin Jie checks the main leaderboard and gets quite a shock. Are there actually this many active competitors? Here, over 500,000 people. Lin Jie thinks it would be pretty good to at least reach the top 10,000. Matchmaking begins. The virtual system announces an opponent has been selected. The duel starts in 10 seconds. Our hero gets teleported onto the arena face-to-face with his challenger. The opponent sneers, asking if this kid is just a student on his very first virtual battle. The young man just nods. The rival laughs, claiming rookies always show up around this time of the season. It looks like his luck is finally turning around. He summons his beast, a saber-tooth boar, and orders it to charge. This creature is a second-rank, first-level wild beast. The enemy commands the giant boar to trample his foe. Lin Jie is surprised. Is this a second-rank, first-level pet standing before him? No wonder this challenger was acting so happy to face a newcomer. Lin Jie instantly summons his stone demon, and the roaring saber-tooth boar immediately slows to a crawl. His opponent claims he is about to learn a very painful lesson. See, his stone demon swings a massive fist, crushing the saber-tooth boar instantly. The beast's owner panics in absolute terror, clutching his head. Next up, the demon faces a Viking, which is a second-rank, third-level humanoid summon. One hit and his rating shoots up. A cat spirit, a second-rank, sixth-level beast, is easily destroyed. The stone demon then pulverizes a smelly carnivorous plant of the 9th level. 2 full days pass by. The stone spirit climbs all the way to the 3rd rank, 7th level, while the snow maiden reaches the 4th rank, 2nd level. Lin Jie finally breaks into the top 100,000. He realizes that he has already spent 2 straight days fighting non-stop battles. This push is what allowed his stone spirit to reach the 3rd rank. Meanwhile, Guan Anning, she spotted Lin Jie right in front of her and asked when her younger brother had finally woken up. A stranger approached the young man and asked if he really was Lin Jie. Lin Jie wondered if this guy was actually the leader of the newcomers. The newcomer noted that Lin Jie was surprisingly tough. He had fought for such a long time, but now he was about to face massive disappointment. The guy boasted he only needed 3 days to crack the top 50,000. Guan Anning quickly checked the stats in shock. Could that actually be true? She claimed her brother cracked the top 100,000. Guan Anning quickly pulled out her proof, though her own rank was totally stuck at 180,000, making progress nearly impossible. Hard to climb higher. Honestly, who can blame her for wanting to form a contract with a second pet, asking her brother for his expert advice? Lin Jie was stunned. Since when did his sister have the right to get a second companion? And Ing gasped, asking if her brother had seriously forgotten that she was the only student in her entire class to pass that brutal selection process. Lin Jie then asked if she had already chosen her second monster partner. The girl explained that she had to carefully weigh several critical factors, including rarity, growth potential, and compatibility with her Firebird. Lin Jie told his sister to relax, promising he had some solid advice on pet selection and would help her find one with a hidden evolution path. Guan Anning beamed, saying, That sounded absolutely perfect. They agreed to visit the local pet market together this upcoming weekend. After they parted ways, the young man suddenly heard a woman's voice behind him, teasing him about how close they were, training and eating together. Gu Zini directly asked what their relationship actually was. Lin Jie dryly replied that if she didn't have official business, he was heading home. Gu Zini quickly grabbed his hand, warning him that they might be in serious trouble. Earlier, Tan Yun was ambushed by a mysterious attacker, targeting their specific group of examinees. Lin Jie immediately demanded to know who this attacker was and what his ultimate goal could be, but she admitted she had no idea. Gu Zini added that their only clue was his devastating strength and a highly unusual soul that could actually demonize normal pets. She just wanted to give him a heads up. Lin Jie simply waved it off and thanked her for looking out for him, saying he really needed to get going. Gu Zini watched him go, wondering how this dark force connected to Guan and Ing's future, which she had previously sensed, leaving her deeply unsettled. Meanwhile, Lin Jie prepared for his next virtual battle, setting his sights on a brand new goal. Cracking the top 10,000, thanks to Snow Maiden, his rank had already skyrocketed to 10,002, a stranger analyzed his profile. Lin Jie, a first-year freshman, the man reviewed his age, ranking, and current pets, muttering that he had to deal with this kid immediately. The system successfully teleported Lin Jie to a fresh battleground. His opponent was already waiting for him, wearing a mask that completely hid his entire face. Lin Jie asked when battle masks became so popular, but the opponent simply summoned his pet, a 4th-rank level 1 armored turtle, then another pet. Out comes another beast, a rank 4 level 1 dragonfish. The opponent asks if Lin Jie really thought he only had 2 beasts. Fine, then they will fight 2 against 2, totally fair. Lin Jie immediately calls out his stone spirit and the Snow Maiden. Facing rank 4 beasts means the top 10,000 fighters are absolute monsters. How strong are the guys ranked even higher? The masked opponent laughs. He knows Lin Jie. He never expected this rookie to climb the leaderboard so incredibly fast. He says Lin Jie only used to fight weaklings. The top 10,000 are actual elite warriors. He is still leagues away. Lin Jie snaps back that he shouldn't make assumptions for other people. Instead of talking, he suggests they just start this duel right now. Fine, then, the kid is about to witness power that shakes the heavens. The Snow Maiden and Stone Spirit brace themselves against the rank 4 beasts. The enemy turtle enters combat mode, while the Stone Spirit unleashes its demon form. The Snow Maiden summons a massive ice shield, blocking the armored turtle's charge. The dragonfish whips up a massive whirlpool. The Snow Maiden counters. An ice meteor crashes down, freezing part of the turtle and stopping it cold. The masked fighter admits it's not bad. This student is actually pretty decent. Lin Jie realizes that despite the enemy's strength, they are forced onto the defensive. He has to stay completely on guard. The enemy's beasts are fighting with flawless coordination. He'll need to help the Snow Maiden and Stone Spirit work better together later. For now, the opponent warns him that the real fight is just beginning. A mutation skill triggers. The dragonfish blasts water straight at the armored turtle. It is a combined technique, a devastating fusion of water and mud. Lin Jie is genuinely surprised by this combo. The modified turtle lunges. It attacks his beasts once again. Lin Jie commands the Snow Maiden to freeze it. She deploys a severe cold zone, trapping the turtle under a thick layer of ice. Lin Jie triggers a barrier attack to block the armored turtle's path completely. The opponent just laughs. He claims the armored turtle's defense is unmatched now. That layer of frozen mud has hardened into a solid iron shell. He mocks that this student still has so much left to learn. Suddenly, the dragonfish fires a high-temperature boiling water bomb. Lin Jie gasps. He's shocked. How can a water beast spew boiling heat? he won't be freezing things again easily. His severe cold zone is locked on cooldown, putting him in a terrible spot. He yells at the Snow Maiden to fall back immediately. A massive explosion rocks the arena, sending Lin Jie flying back from the blast. The ice shield shatters completely, but thankfully, he manages to escape unharmed. The masked man says he passed, but the Snow Maiden is still eager to fight. Lin Jie reassures his beast that she did well, but it's over for now. They lost this round, but he's got plenty of time to grow stronger. With his rating dropping, the battle timer ticks down its final 30 seconds. The stone spirit is withdrawn but safe. The masked man watches him leave. Risking his own life just to protect his beast, no wonder their boss noticed Lin Jie. He is completely caught off guard. What does that mean? The masked figure invites him to join the symbiosis team. They promise to help the young man awaken his powers and reach a whole new tier, and trust me, Lin Jie knows this group is no normal school club. He demands to know what they are really after. The stranger just smiles and says he is waiting for his answer. Lin Jie is not buying it. He flatly refuses. He wants to take down this rival with his own two hands. The masked man just nods. He says he will wait right here. Later, Lin Jie scrolls through the online chat. Rooms buzzing about the tournament. The comments are brutal, calling him arrogant and demanding dirt on his skills. Just then, his ally asks if he has ever run into that symbiosis team before. Our hero nods, asking if Li Pingyun joined them. Pingyun snaps back, telling him not to underestimate him. That fake will pay for everything. Lin Jie asks if he knows anything about where they came from, but his partner insists on handling it alone. Lin Jie figures they have plenty of lackeys running around. What are they truly planning? Gu Shenyi surely brought them up. Our hero wonders if he can squeeze some real answers out of that masked freak, but letting things slide might lead to major trouble. He checks on his beasts. Currently, the Stone Spirit is at the 3rd rank of the 7th level, and Snow Maiden is sitting at the 4th rank of the 2nd level. His leftover points can push the Stone Spirit to rank 4, but without the right materials, a breakthrough is out of the question. He figures buying them will cost at least 400,000 credits. Cho Sheng runs over to him, gasping that according to the forums he lost. Could someone really have defeated our protagonist? Lin Jie admits he is not invincible, then asks how one can get high-grade earth elemental essence and soul stones. Cho Sheng eyes him, noting these are incredibly rare and valuable items, and asks how many he needs. Lin Jie says he is looking for 30 pieces of high-grade earth elemental essence and 3 spirit stones. Cho Sheng is absolutely horrified. Even if they robbed a wealthy clan, they still could not afford that much. But then, he remembers a place where those rare materials might be hidden, offering to guide Lin Jie. Before the ancient wars, countless dimensional rifts had ripped open across the world. These rifts connect various worlds, which is where their beasts come from. Decades ago, the Beastmasters Association and top universities locked down the entrances to these hidden territories, farming infinite resources. However, there are still uncharted zones. Greedy adventurers who went looking for treasures inside never came back, forcing the authorities to seal them off. Lin Jie asks if his friend is absolutely sure this hidden zone has the goods. Cho Sheng nods eagerly. Real warriors have braved those depths to extract the required resources. He pulls out a secret journal and claims he went through hell to get this classified intel. He adds that top-tier earth essence and soul stones are definitely waiting there. Lin Jie is thrilled and suggests they head out immediately, but Cho Sheng warns him to think it through. If things go south, it is game over. It would be impossible to get out of there, but Lin Jie replied that if they secured both materials, the risk would be worth it. If Cho Sheng was afraid, it was not too late to turn back. Cho Sheng bravely remarked that he would go too, since he had been gathering information specifically for this moment. Cho Sheng expressed confidence that together they would be able to get their hands on plenty of useful items and would definitely get rich. Lin Jie remarked that would be wonderful, and the two descended down to the bottom of the gorge. Anxiety was mounting. Cho Sheng summoned his pet Big Mouth, telling it to collect all the low-grade crystals to improve itself right away. Cho Sheng added that although they were not expensive, they used to spend real money on them, but now they could harvest them for free in this secret territory. He told his pet to grab as much of this material as possible since everything here was free. Suddenly, Lin Jie realized something was wrong and shouted for Cho Sheng to stop immediately. He noticed a strange creature, a crystal tiger, a fourth-tier second-rank stone element beast. Lin Jie was surprised. Could materials actually grow right on other beasts? So were the evolution materials actually part of these living creatures? Would Big Mouth be able to handle this? Cho Sheng told his companion not to underestimate his pet. Just wait until Big Mouth digests it, Cho Sheng added. But at that moment, Big Mouth spat the crystal tiger right back out. Apparently, it could not digest it. Cho Sheng surmised the beast was too hard to eat. Lin Jie was surprised. Could this guy really understand his beast's language? The crystal tiger let out a loud roar. Right then, other monsters of the exact same type appeared all around them. They began closing in from all sides. Absolute nightmare material. Cho Sheng realized that his big mouth monster would not be able to handle this. Lin Jie said that in that case they needed to retreat, quickly summoning his own pet for help. Snow Maiden immediately froze all the monsters in the area. Next, the stone spirit stepped in, shattering the frozen monsters with his heavy fists. Cho Sheng began collecting the crystals, declaring they would definitely get rich. The big mouth monster could hold on to all the crystals for now. However, Lin Jie told Cho Sheng to throw all of those crystals away. Cho Sheng was surprised. Why do that? They are still valuable. Lin Jie pointed out that their big mouth companion had a limited capacity inside its mouth. These low-level materials were no longer needed at all. Deep in the secret domain, much better materials were bound to be waiting. They could take as many as they wanted, and Cho Sheng agreed with this. The young men set off deeper into the dangerous domain with Lin Jie, realizing that superior materials would be found on much larger beasts. Giant creatures covered in crystals began to approach the travelers. One of the monsters burst right out of the ground and grabbed Big Mouth. Lin Jie summoned his stone spirit for help, launching a counterattack against the monsters. The monster turned out to be a giant stone snake, a third-rank fourth-level beast. Lin Jie noticed that these beasts fled after taking just a single hit. But they would still have to defend themselves as they went. To cleanly dodge their incoming strikes, Lin Jie studied how these things moved. He needed to predict their next jump and strike the exact moment they surfaced. Meanwhile, Jokshan kept chasing the beast, screaming for it to release Big Mouth. But then the tables turned, and Jokshan got caught himself. Terrified, he shrieked for his ally to save him from the beast's grip. Lin Jie just smiled, remembering when the golden tree grabbed the guy before. Classic deja vu. Lin Jie popped a barrier, staying safely out of reach. Suddenly, the stone spirit sneaked up from behind, locking the crystal snake in place. Wrapping its heavy arms around the snake's torso, it began slamming the creature. "Hang on," Jokshan yelled that the snake was coiling up to strike. He warned everyone to jump back, but Lin Jie just ordered his summon to hold fast. "Just keep pinning it down and wait for my signal," he commanded. Lin Jie finished it. Jokshan realized that Lin Jie had actually used his own spirit as bait. Smart move, now Lin Jie noted. They could easily grind the remaining beasts to dust. Absolutely decimated. A system alert popped up. Lin Jie had defeated the giant stone snake. 2 advanced crystals acquired. 28 more to go, he calculated. But wait, Jokshan was still screaming. Another snake had dragged him down, pulling Jokshan and his pet into a dark pit. Right into the nest. It was completely pitch black until glowing, creepy eyes suddenly opened in the shadows. Dozens of tiny beasts began creeping closer, making Zhou Xing scream in terror. He bitterly regretted ever agreeing to step foot in this dangerous cave. They were going to eat him alive. Luckily, Lin Jie broke through the ceiling. Clearing the rocks, he looked down and spotted Zhou Xing crying out for help. Overjoyed, Zhou Xing cheered that rescue had finally arrived. Meanwhile, Lin Jie counted 28 targets. Perfect, Lin Jie muttered, while Zhou Xing blubbered about knowing his bro would save him. But the snakes were closing in fast. Zhou Xing begged him to hurry up. He didn't want to die here. Without missing a beat, Lin Jie summoned Snow Maiden. Zhou Xing hugged Big Mouth, crying that they were saved. Suddenly, a message flashed. The system announced they had received a top-grade Earth element material. Lin Jie realized that while these lower-tier monsters dropped fewer items, they were fast. Way too nimble compared to the giant stone snake, but he survived it. Zhou Xing brushed himself off, completely thrilled that he was actually still breathing. He declared Lin Jie his sworn brother, but then another stone snake erupted. Ground shattered as the beast lunged, sending the duo scrambling in pure panic. Protect the idiot, Lin Jie commanded his stone spirit. Zhou Xing was scooped up. Saved in the nick of time, furious, the snake roared while the spirit squared up. This is it, Lin Jie told his team to show off their training. The stone snake didn't hesitate, launching itself straight at the party. But the stone spirit stood tall, taking the heavy impact head-on. Meanwhile, Snow Maiden glided into position. She prepped her counter, channeling pure frost magic directly at her target. In seconds, freezing chains wrapped around the stone snake, locking it cold. Shaking off the giant snake's strike, the stone spirit immediately recovers and lunges right back. It officially reaches the 3rd rank of the 8th level, unlocking a brand new achievement. Disturbing the giant stone snake's nest pays off, and Lin Jie realizes something huge. Not only did he harvest rare materials, but his stone spirit just got a major power-up. By dumping his new points right now, he can easily trigger his pet's breakthrough. Zhou Xing is hyped, telling him it is time to hunt for the treasure. This place must be loaded, but before they can search, a strange man suddenly appears. He praises their incredible fight, claiming Lin Jie is finally worth his undivided attention. Our hero is instantly on guard, wondering who this weirdo is and how he knows him. The stranger smiles, confident that Lin Jie has already heard of the symbiosis team. Lin Jie sighs, those lunatics again. Zhou Xing gasps in surprise. Lin Jie asks his friend if he actually knows who these symbiosis people are. His companion nods grimly. Zhou Xing explains that just a few days ago, Li Pengyun ordered him to look into this shady group and gather intel. Apparently they ambush unsuspecting Beastmasters and kidnap their beloved pets. They claim to be animal protectors, screaming slogans about freeing all pets. They are a dangerous, radical activist group. The stranger interrupts, explaining that since the great catastrophe hundreds of years ago, wild beasts have poured onto the continent through massive dimensional rifts. The ones humans could control were labeled pets, while others became wild monsters. But why does humanity obsess over class and status, separating themselves from nature? Why do we force living creatures into rigid ranks and artificial hierarchies? The man complains that this entire system is deeply unfair and corrupt. His organization exists solely to tear down these unjust barriers for good. Smiling, he tells Lin Jie that a genius like him is wasted out here. By aligning with their group, he can unlock his true, hidden potential. He will finally tap into a power beyond his wildest dreams. He could unleash the absolute limit of his beast's natural strength. Letting them evolve into true kings of the wild, talk about a pitch. Lin Jie is secretly shocked, wondering if this guy somehow knows about passive evolution. Still, his gut tells him that something is incredibly wrong here. The stranger is just manipulating his emotions. Sure, the world is survival of the fittest. But Lin Jie is not about to become some brainwashed puppet. Chu Xing yells at him not to listen to this maniac's lies. These guys are just preying on gullible people, acting like total saviors. In reality, they are wolves in sheep's clothing, hungry for absolute power. They would have destroyed the Beastmasters Association long ago if possible. The stranger sighs, realizing these two need a little demonstration to believe him. He summons a giant stone snake, a second-rank 7th-level beast. But this version is tiny, resting quietly in his palm as he taunts Lin Jie. He promises they are about to witness the true meaning of power. Instantly, the snake swells, growing into a gargantuan nightmare right before their eyes. He proudly declares that freeing nature is the true path to ultimate evolution. The demonic stone snake reaches the 5th rank, 1st level, leaving Lin Jie stunned. Shocked, the massive snake's level just jumped 3 ranks at once. The mysterious stranger, Tai Yun, had the dark power to bewitch beasts. He ordered the serpent to unleash its full power. The beast roared. Screaming into the sky, it crashed straight into the stone spirit, triggering a massive, blinding explosion. Lin Jie quickly summoned Snow Maiden back to fight. She prepared to fight. Xing Chong panicked. Could they actually lose? The writhing snake hissed in agony, its entire body aching. Xing Chong heard its painful cries and quickly relayed the serpent's words to Lin Jie. This villain preached about equality, but he just used the weak for his own gain. Is that really equality? Lin Jie knew running away now was completely useless. He commanded Snow Maiden to freeze their enemies right now. Meanwhile, the stone spirit had to find a weak spot. Lin Jie analyzed. Snow Maiden was at the 4th rank of the 2nd tier, while the demonic snake was at the 5th rank of the 1st tier, ice against. Earth offered 0 advantage, normally, unless breakthrough card is drawn. Overcoming a whole rank in battle is impossible. They simply cannot win, but Lin Jie suspected the snake was not actually at the 5th rank. Forcing a soul into a beast like that always causes a massive backlash. Suddenly, the stone spirits level surged. The legendary Phantom General form activated. Lin Jie yelled to Snow Maiden that it was time to trigger their synthesis. The two beasts were ordered to merge, their joint technique unlocked, and the fusion level rose. Ice Strike went active. Lin Jie wondered, is this true fusion? The Ice Core skill is an incredible move that infuses the stone core with icy energy. As freezing energy surged, Lin Jie realized that synthesis required more than just having his beasts at the same level. They needed to actively interact and bond with each other. Meanwhile, the Phantom General kept fighting the demonic snake, dodging its relentless attacks and staying extremely light on his feet. Lin Jie ordered him to strike the weak spot. The Phantom General successfully attacked the monster, completely shattering the snake's defenses. But this victory was short-lived. The giant snake's attacks were too fast, and Snow Maiden could not constantly protect the stone spirit. Watching them struggle, the stranger mocked them, telling the beasts to fight harder. He joked that dying so easily would be boring. Lin Jie ordered Snow Maiden and the stone spirit to attempt synthesis again. He knew this creep was just playing with them like toys. There was no telling what else he planned. They had to finish this. Lin Jie ordered Xing Chong and his big-mouthed pet to distract the giant snake. The Phantom General needed time to charge up. Xing Chong freaked out. Did he seriously have to act as bait? Lin Jie snapped that they would die otherwise. Xing Chong quickly agreed to help. He yelled that dying was definitely not on his agenda today, ordering his pet to spit acid. The beast obeyed, unleashing a highly concentrated stream. A devastating blast of acid shoots straight at the demonic snake, hitting it directly. It screams in agony. Taking heavy damage, the beast struggles as Snow Maiden joins the fray. She unleashes a brutal ice storm, combining forces with the Ghost General. With their attacks perfectly synced, Lin Jie rushes to pull Xing out of danger. He quickly deploys a defensive shield to protect them. Suddenly, Xingcheng hears the giant snake crying out. It begs for relief, so Xing suggests they find a way to save it. Agreeing with the plan, Lin Jie decides to do the right thing. He activates his special powers, instantly triggering a massive notification. Defeating the giant stone snake unlocks some incredible new rewards. By lifting the ancient curse, he successfully completes the special quest. Massive points flood his system, along with some highly valuable bonus loot. He gets a rare soul restoration potion and a seed explosion scroll. But even with the win, a strange dread weighs heavily on his chest. That is when the creepy stranger speaks up. He asks if Lin Jie is mad, claiming hunters always hunt ferocious beasts. This smug attitude only fuels Lin Jie's growing rage toward him. Lin Jie points out that while Beastmasters do hunt for materials, if they fight something too strong, they easily become the prey. The world is full of injustice. But there is one type of person he absolutely despises. He hates hypocrites who preach about freedom while using power to oppress others, using their twisted ideals to intimidate anyone weaker than them. The whole symbiosis team is just a pack of cowardly hypocrites, masking their greed as justice, and honestly, his calling them out is so satisfying. He notes that the girls skilled in soul magic will cooperate much better. The target is Guan Anning, Lin Jie's beloved sister. The villain darkly hints she will be far more cooperative. Lin Jie demands to know what the scoundrel is planning. Panic sets in as he realizes his sister is in grave danger. He immediately orders Snow Maiden to strike, sending icy chains forward. A dense, freezing fog blankets the entire area as her powerful chains bind the space. But when the mist clears, the slippery villain is already gone. Back at the academy, Lin Jie frantically searches the campus grounds. He rushes around showing everyone her photo, desperately asking for any leads. Spotting his intense panic, Guo Xinyi instantly notices how deeply worried he looks. Tan Yun warns her to stay away, but Xinyi runs over anyway. She offers to help him right away, and Lin Jie quickly explains the situation. He tells her he found the enemy, and his next target is Guan Anning. Xinyi mentions that Anning went to train in the virtual combat room. Thanking her, Lin Jie immediately dashes off toward the training hall. Xinyi insists on coming along to assist him. Confused by the sudden rush, Tan Yun wonders what is happening. Zhao Sheng explains they just crossed paths with the dangerous symbiosis group. Organization in the restricted zone, these thugs were plotting a direct attack. Guan Anning, Tan Yun declared that this must not happen again, and he would do everything in his power to help. The students rushed into the virtual combat room and started calling out loudly for Guan Anning. Li Pengyun claimed he knew exactly where the girl was. He added that if Lin Jie wanted to find her, he would have to beg first, only then might he show mercy. Lin Jie had other plans. He grabbed the guy by the chest and screamed at him to tell him everything. Everything immediately. Terrified, Peng Yun admitted he had only run into her. By pure chance, her friend, whose last name was Jiang, was heading out to grab some supplies. They probably went to the pet store together. Hearing this, Lin Jie decided he had to call her immediately. Unfortunately, Guan Anning did not answer. The young man said they must alert the school administration immediately. Everyone needed to start searching. Zhou Xing promised to sound the alarm right away to start searching, but guys, they were already too late. Anning was locked up, opening her eyes and wondering what kind of place this was. She could not move. Xing Xiaoan lay unconscious on the floor in front of her. The girls were trapped in a dimly lit warehouse. Anning hung in the air, her hands bound tightly, standing right before. Guan Anning was a suspicious group of young people. One of them was the masked fighter the main character faced in virtual reality. She demanded to know who they were and why they had kidnapped her friend. The masked leader replied that she should not worry, they only wanted to be friends. The stranger claimed they belonged to the symbiosis organization, and then snapped back, "Do people tie up their future friends?" She demanded they set her free. Immediately, Guan Anning figured her Firebird could easily counteract the creeping plants. If she could just summon it, the flames would burn the vines. At that very moment, the constricting vines began pulling her in different directions, even harder. The hooded villain warned that his poisonous vine demon had already injected her with toxin. If she did not want to end up completely paralyzed, she must not activate her soul power. Guan Anning decided to buy some time until the poison wore off. She asked what these criminals wanted. The masked man explained it was simple. They were merely inviting her to join the symbiosis for the sake of their ultimate cause. They needed her strength so they could tear down this corrupt world together. The villain heard that this girl possessed a unique soul capable of transforming normal pets into powerful magical creatures. The masked man asked her once more to cooperate, and then spat back that while her pet could indeed transform, that was purely the phoenix's own ability. The kidnapper realized the girl was refusing to cooperate. In that case, they would use harsher methods. Guan Anning shouted back that she honestly had no idea what kind of soul this was. Suddenly, a loud crash echoed from the next room. The captors heard the heavy door creak open and spun around. Lin Jie stood in the doorway. The young man ordered those scoundrels to release the girl right now. A strange creature stood right beside him. Anning was absolutely thrilled to see her brother arrive. It was simply wonderful. The masked man stood shocked. Had not the boss said he was heading to the Masters Association? Where did this random guy come from? The young hero wondered if this was the same masked man he had fought during that virtual battle. Right beside our hero stood a spirit dog. Second rank level 3 beast. The spirit sense skill allows its user to ignore visual tricks and track the energy of any specific target. The fresher the trail, the better it works. The masked man gasped. Was this not a creature bred by the association of Beastmasters? The villain sneered that since the kid had shown up all alone, they just needed to tie him up. The hooded villain ordered his pet to attack the young hero. Guan and Ning screamed for her brother to watch out for the toxic vine. It disrupts the flow of soul energy. Lin Jie immediately leaped to the side, narrowly dodging the poisonous vine's attack. Then, the stone demon was summoned and instantly smashed the poisonous vine with a crushing blow. In response, the villain summoned an armored turtle and a dragonfish. The enemy warned him that this was no longer virtual match. The masked villain realized that any wounds here would be fully real. They activated a combined technique, restoration of water and earth. The transformed turtle prepared to strike. The villain bragged that his beasts were at the 4th rank, so the boy was absolutely no match. The masked villain added that if he just surrendered quietly, he could avoid a world of pain. Our hero realized the scorching heat would limit Snow Maiden, making it far better to let the stone spirit take the lead. Conveniently, the stone spirit had already met its evolution requirements, only lacking the spirit of the primordial amber stone to finish the process. Luckily, those materials were right here. Lin Jie declared his beasts were also at rank 4. With that, the requirements for the stone spirit were fully met. The stone demon evolved into a powerful earth spirit, leaving Guan and Ning completely shocked. Had her brother's beast really evolved this fast? Sensing the massive transformation, the turtle shrank back in pure terror. The masked villain just could not comprehend what was happening. He had never seen his shelled turtle act so cowardly. Lin Jie smiled. Even among beasts of the same element, there is still a massive difference in class. His earth spirit was no average stone beast, boasting a brand new skill called earth power. The villain realized things were taking a terrible turn. They had to grab the girl and run. The enemy commanded the poisonous vine to strike once more. Guan and Ning was completely wrapped up by the toxic vine. The girl knew she could not hold her brother back, even as she felt herself weakening. Guan and Ning quickly summoned her demonic phoenix. she called out to her brother that Jiang Zio Yun was still safely asleep and that they were okay. She urged her brother to catch those thugs and make them pay for what they did. The villains chose to flee immediately to avoid running into the Beastmasters Association. The toxic ivy released a thick cloud of poisonous mist. Lin Jie watched in surprise. Were these cowards really trying to run? The masked criminal snapped at his partner to hurry up, or they would not make it. They wouldn't get far at this rate. The leader fumed. Why couldn't his beast even fight properly? Besides, the masked villain muttered, Lin Jie's beasts were evolving in a bizarre way. But the toxic mist was fading fast, and their pursuers would catch up in no time. Suddenly, the runaway villains screeched to a halt. The heroes' beasts blocked their path. Leading the charge was the stone spirit, flanked closely by Guan Ani and her fire phoenix. Standing ready, the young girl demanded that they explain themselves right now. What did they mean by that special demonic soul? Ani had questions. And what exactly was this grand goal they kept talking about? But the bound captives couldn't answer with thick gags stuffed in their mouths. Lin Jie wondered, didn't that hooded stranger possess that exact kind of demonic soul? How on earth was such vile magic tied to Guan Ani? Lin Jie offered them a deal. He was willing to give them a single chance. But first, they had to confess absolutely everything to him. Spill the truth or prepare to face the full force of the law. Terrified, one of the captives cracked and promised to tell him everything. The spy revealed that the new academy recruits possessed incredible, untapped potential. The leader grew furious. How could this weak traitor sell them out so fast? Apparently, most members joining their alliance were just low-ranking beast hunters. Desperate people with flawed techniques and weak familiars. To truly survive, they had to unite, and during the exams, Guan Ani demonized her own fiery pet. And get this, demonization drastically spikes a beast's battle power. A massive boost like that changes everything. Ani quickly reminded the captives that this was the destructive power of her demonic phoenix. Lin Jie was utterly baffled. Didn't these villains already possess a demonic soul? Why chase after Guan Ani? The shivering captive stammered that their power did not come from a soul but from an artifact. Lin Jie demanded to know what artifact. The coward bargained for his freedom first. If they spared him, he would hand it over. Lin Jie scoffed. Were these desperate criminals seriously trying to cut deals right now? He ordered Snow Maiden to handle them. She stepped forward with a chilling gaze. The thugs groaned as frostbite instantly set in. Snow Maiden reached in and pulled a glowing rift shard from his coat. Ani asked her brother what it was, since no handbook ever mentioned such a thing. Lin Jie explained that artifacts were highly unstable, supernatural items, born from ancient catastrophes and tears between our dimensions. They hold a dangerous level of otherworldly energy. These mysterious items could serve several purposes, like expanding spatial pockets, to crafting raw materials to empower Beastmasters. He recalled that according to his system, these crystals were primarily meant for beast evolution. Any other application was likely just forcing artificial demonization, easily mistaking them for genuine artifacts. Meanwhile, the fire phoenix seemed highly drawn to the glowing crystal. It could be the key to its next evolution. Lin Jie handed the crystal over to his sister, telling her she might need it for. Curious about the phoenix evolution, Lin Jie tells the villain he is pretty interested in that ability to demonize the phoenix. Suddenly, the door swings wide open as Guo Xian and Tan Yun step inside. The girl asks if Lin Jie is okay. The young man replies that they are fine and even captured prisoners, including Zhang Ziyuan. She is totally safe, despite that potent sleeping powder. Hopefully she wakes up soon. Captain Yuan of the Masters Association team bursts into the room with his entire squad, demanding they immediately seal the crime scene. They also need to check on the wounded. Slowly, the captain steps forward right now. walks straight over, demanding to see Lin Jie. The young man nods. The captain introduces himself and his impressive rank. He explains that he already spoke with the director about how insanely talented the newcomer is. This young man is highly gifted, and Yuan now extends his hand, offering sincere thanks for the crucial intel provided about the hostile symbiosis team. The squad captain promises that the young man will get a handsome bonus and a free pool membership. Yuan promises to restore order here, though they still need his cooperation for the investigation. Lin Jie readily agrees. Yuan immediately orders his squad to escort them directly to the clinic. To recover, at the hospital, Zhang Xiaoyuan finally wakes up and hears the whole story, explaining she felt incredibly dizzy right before she blacked out completely. She woke up here. Guan Anan notes the villains ambushed her. Out of nowhere, Xiaoyuan realizes that Tan Yun and Lin Jie also faced that deadly symbiosis team, and honestly, this mystery is getting pretty intense. Zinni remembers that the enemies used a forbidden demonic soul technique on Guan Anan, wondering if this dark, forbidden technique is directly connected to what she witnessed earlier. Gu Zinni tells the protagonist that she wants to speak with him and his sister alone. Zinni reminds him that she helped analyze that demonic soul technique. She adds that her previous warning about the shadows was fully backed by actual data. Terrifying signs of a powerful demonic entity were seen manifesting right inside of Guan Anan, with endless dark beasts looming right at her feet. Zinni apologizes, admitting the sight was just too horrifying. That is exactly why she chose to gather solid proof before warning everyone else about it. Guan Anan states she only heard the roar of a savage demonic beast. This demonic breed is highly unusual, boasting incredibly rapid growth, though. They are usually cruel, bound as familiars. They slowly corrupt the host's mind, driving them completely out of control, forcing them to turn into a cold, completely ruthless fallen master. Gu Zinni notes that under strict association rules, selling demonic pets is currently banned. Materials linked to the evolution of these dark species are heavily restricted and completely off limits. Lin Jie points out that the enemy they fought had a demonic pet. Yet that man seemed entirely clear-headed and in absolute control of all his faculties. Usually, a fallen master is completely consumed by their beast's dark power. True symbiosis only happens when a pet with another power clearly at play. Lin Jie asked his sister how she corrupted the legendary phoenix. She replied that after evolving from a firebird into a phoenix, Anan had gained this unique ability. Currently, her phoenix is at rank 2, level 7, but after demonization, it jumps straight to rank 3, level 2, and it only lasts a single minute. She explains that with her current limits, she can only pull this off once a day. Lin Jie mentions he once saw the demonized beasts of the symbiosis group, and their power was completely unstable. They are desperately searching for a way to control it, which is why they are hunting NN. Gu Shiny remarks that the world is full of wild anomalies. Humanity has barely scratched the surface of spiritual potential. Gu Shiny adds that the most urgent task right now is building up her strength. Once Anan forms a contract with her second spirit pet, she will unlock entirely new ways to command that energy. Anan points out that if this is a rare technique, the symbiosis group won't back down easily. Getting stronger is the absolute best solution in any case. Anyone who tries to stand in her way will just have to be overpowered. She tells her brother that during her very first academy trial, the Phoenix got completely stuck at rank 2, level 7, refusing to evolve. It was totally stuck. She wants to contract a second pet immediately to boost her combat power. Lin Jie promises to help, secretly hoping this lets him study her Phoenix. Gu Shiny chimes in to remind them that it is late and shops are closed. Time is running out, but they must wait until tomorrow. With only 3 days left, talk about a tight schedule. Fortunately, Lin Jie knows a 24-hour shop with basic starter materials. They head straight over, but the inventory looks incredibly average. None of them show any signs of possessing rare, hidden evolution paths. Even with the same species, a special mutation is never guaranteed. Grabbing the beak of a common fire phoenix and scans its details. A screen pops up, displaying the standard flaming eagle evolution line. This path boosts raw physical strength and explosive attack power. Its next form is the red flaming eagle, peaking at the 5th rank. But the second path, the hellish blazing phoenix, awakens ancient royal bloodlines. It triggers a primal mutation, pushing the beast into a highly primitive state. This path grants absolute control over fire. Lin Jie realizes the normal path is the flaming eagle, while the hellish blazing phoenix is a rare hidden mutation. How an unlocked this specific path remains a total mystery. It appears this hidden path is deeply tied to the demonic branch. Choosing the infernal blazing phoenix evolution is entirely irreversible. Either she keeps pushing its evolution, or the pet gets permanently stuck. If it stalls out here, she will have to raise a backup pet from scratch. The next phase requires a magma red spring, an incredibly rare, volatile catalyst. Snow Maiden and Stone Spirit never required such dangerous catalysts. This must be a unique trait of the demonic path. Lin Jie looks at his sister, revealing that he secretly awakened a soul technique to sense hidden evolutionary potential. He can see the hidden paths of evolution within certain beasts. Hearing this, and Ning realized why her beloved pet Snowflake's incredible upgrade finally made perfect sense. But Lin Jie quickly explained that his ability was not that simple. He could only catch faint traces of it, and the process completely drained his energy. He could never tell anyone about his secret game system. If anyone ever found out about this insane cheat, the association would lock him up and run experiments on him. Near the phoenix, he suddenly felt a pulse. The majestic beast possessed a dormant, highly unusual, and terrifyingly potent force. Its hidden evolution path is way stronger than the regular flame eagle line, but it is also incredibly dangerous. He could feel how wild and unpredictable this surging energy really was. Continued evolution would eventually connect the bird to the demonic element. Hearing this, and Ning was shocked. Could her pet truly become a dual-element beast, a mix of fire and demonic powers? Is extremely rare, but not impossible, Lin Jie explained. That his reading was still quite blurry. To trigger the change, they needed a highly ancient catalyst to awaken its dormant power. Guan and Ning understood why her pet had not evolved yet, but either way, she and the phoenix would eventually have to face this challenge and learn to master it. Fortunately, the required catalyst happened to be a simple shard of the dangerous rift. Lin Jie realized that almost any ancient object would work. This specific rift shard definitely fit the bill, but how could he explain this to Guan and Ning without raising suspicion? To cover his tracks, he pretended to use a special soul technique. Right then and noticed a strange energy coming from the crystal, matching the phoenix's own heat. The young girl offered the glowing rock to the phoenix and was, "Wait, check this out." The beast gulped it down instantly. Suddenly, the creature began to transform. Jai quickly pulled his sister back, warning her to stay safe while casting a protective barrier. The bird evolved into a 3rd-rank flaming phoenix. Guan and Ning could feel the bird's incredible heat. Lin Jie smiled, noting that getting a safe, successful evolution was the absolute priority. The relieved trainer promised to help her with the next breakthrough as well. Nearby, and stared at the fiery beast in awe and cheered that they actually did it. The training hall manager sternly told the group that if they wanted to tame beasts, they must visit a proper, certified training center. This mistake ended up costing them a lot more money than expected. Lin Jie realized with a sigh that his hard-earned reward from the association was completely wiped out. He had to find new ways to make money quickly. Meanwhile, a mysterious cloaked figure from the symbiosis group carefully examined a giant glowing crystal. His assistant rushed in to report that the police had captured their lackeys. The cloaked leader calmly nodded, saying he knew. The nervous assistant asked what their next move would be. The boss ordered him to warn all members to lay low and avoid drawing attention. For now, they simply had to bide their time. Eventually, their targets would walk right into their trap. Meanwhile, Lin Jie focused on wrapping up his intense secret realm training. After this, he had to prepare for the first big test of the semester. A top score would earn him a massive scholarship to fund his training at. At the same time, climbing the ranks in virtual battles meant scoring some pretty sweet prizes and cash rewards. Lin Jie noticed that after going a few days without any matches, his rank had plummeted by nearly 2,000. The matchmaking system was already active. Lin Jie knew he had to grind hard and reach the next level. Right away, he set a solid goal before his upcoming test, cracking the top 100. He defeated a cultivator of the second tier, third level. His score higher. Next up was the devouring turtle, a third tier, first level beast. That got taken down next. Then a three-headed dog, a third tier, third level creature, got absolutely smashed by his trusty stone demon. Suddenly, Lin Jie was in the top 6,000. His next challenger brought out a fourth tier, third level ice scorpion beast. The guy claimed he recognized Lin Jie as that famous rising rookie. His second summon was a fourth tier, first level sacred spirit of light. Yin Lang, a ninth-rank cultivator, told the young man that he respected his raw power, but that was where it ended. This rookie's streak was about to snap. Lin Jie calmly said he was ready to start. Yin Lang was absolutely furious. Who did this kid think he was, trying to win with just one pet? Only Snow Maiden appeared. Yin Lang scoffed that he could have brought out something better, but boy, was he in for a shock. Himself completely frozen in a massive icy trap, Lin Jie cheered, calling it fantastic work against any opponent of a similar level. His Snow Maiden could absolutely dominate the field. He realized these tough, intense fights had really helped pushed Snow Maiden to grow. Now all that remained was to hunt down the rare materials for her next evolution. His achievement rewards popped up, granting him a bronze rating. Lin Jie was thrilled and planned to shop for Snow Maiden's upgrade materials the very next day. He also planned to use soul crystals to pump up her base stats. Meanwhile, Zhang Manman, the leader of Dragon Heart, popped her head in to greet Gu Xinyi. She asked if Xinyi wanted to team up for the upcoming testing next week. Xinyi gladly accepted, since she had been stressing about finding the right teammates. When asked about the lineup, Manman explained that along with herself, there was Lei Yan and a few others. She added they were still missing 2 people. Could Xinyi convince Lin Jie to tag along? Xinyi raised an eyebrow. Did they only invite her to get to him? Manman admitted that the guy was making massive waves in the virtual battle arena lately as a breakout star. Back home, Lin Jie used a spiritual power crystal and a fortifying crystal, instantly triggering a massive breakthrough in his internal energy. The young cultivator noticed that his spirit level had shot up alongside his maximum pool of energy. This meant the combined strike of his Snow Maiden and Stone Spirit would hit harder, boosting his overall spiritual techniques to a whole new level. Later on, Lin Jie asked a shop manager for an icy blue tier, offering to pay in cold cash or through digital currency. The manager quickly apologized, explaining that their very last icy blue tier had literally just been sold. It was incredibly rare, and the next shipment would take a whole month. Lin Jie knew a month was way too long to wait. Xinyi then strolled into the shop with her friend, waving as she said they finally. Xinyi tells him the trials start next week and asks if he has found a team yet. He shakes his head no, so Xinyi asks if he wants to join them. Zhang Manman steps up to say hello, mentioning it has been quite a while. It has been a long time since they last crossed paths, she notes. Manman introduces herself as a sophomore and the president of the Dragon Heart Club. A prestigious group, indeed. She introduces her vice president, Gu Lingyan, who is also a sophomore. Lin Jie greets them, but admits he is not planning to look for a team. He knows that grouping up with total strangers always brings massive headaches. It would be much better to just bring his sister along. Exploring the secret realm together sounds like way more fun. Shinny is surprised and asks if he really plans to skip the secret realm. To guarantee everyone's safety, the academy requires every team to have at least 5 members. He is totally caught off guard. Wait, did such a rule actually exist? Shinny looks at him. You were not planning to go solo, right? He smiles, admitting that she read him like a book. Gu Lingyan speaks up, asking if he was just trying to buy an icy blue tear. She promises that if he joins their squad, she will give him that exact crystal as a reward. Right after the trials end. Plus, he will receive 10 ice element materials, making this an offer he cannot refuse. Gu Lingyan adds that they will also share all their other loot with him, splitting every single reward they find straight down the middle. Lin Jie agrees to the deal, but has one small request. Gu Lingyan readily agrees, welcoming Wen Ning into their group with open arms. With the deal finalized, they part ways until next Monday. Soon the day of the trials arrives, and everyone gathers at the site. Standing before the grand entrance, Wen Ning gasps that it is absolutely amazing. Manman asks if she is really that shocked. She admits she felt the same awe during her own first visit here. Lin Jie points to a massive carving on the wall, asking what monster it represents. Zhang Manman explains that according to official records, no one has ever seen this beast. Yet master trainers have given it a legendary name. They call it the Void Monster. Suddenly, Teacher Chin announces that it is time to prepare. Every student must prepare to step into the dangerous realm very soon. They will split all the harvested materials among themselves. There is absolutely no need to hand anything back to the academy. This Red Earth secret realm is split into 5 distinct, massive circles. The danger levels spike dramatically the closer they get to the center. Each sector has its own climate, packed with terrifying wild beasts. No one should ever try to push into the inner rings alone. The teacher adds that the trial lasts 7 days, though early exit is allowed. Arriving at the 5th circle of the Red Earth, they spot their first target. A 3rd-rank, 8th-level lightning beast, radiating pure electrical energy. Beside it stands an icy spiked dragon, a 3rd-rank, 5th-level ice element. Gu Lingyan confidently notes that her powerful pets will shield the entire squad. Outer borders, there was also a rank 4, level 1. Earth element lion dragon, and a rank 4, level 1 fire giant of the fire element, along with a silver centaur, rank 4, level 2 with the element of light. Lin Zeshan was amazed that this girl actually had 3 rank 4 beasts. Man noted that it was no wonder. She ranked 2nd among the 2nd-year students. Security here was incredibly tight. Man eyed the Snow Maiden and Stone Demon, calling them incredibly stunning. Humanoid beasts, truly gorgeous. Could this one be the spirit of the earth? Guan Anning asked if Gu Xinyu was going to summon her. Beasts, Xinyu pulled the cross hairpin from her hair, revealing a hidden trump card. The item vanished instantly, making a Ning marvel at how incredible this spatial map was. Xinyu explained that the map allowed for seamless spatial travel, and the mist was actually a beast she kept inside. It was called the Spirit of Mist and belonged to the combat class. It can attach directly to its master. In addition to shielding them from harm, it can be ordered to strike. With its help, one can unleash power rivaling a rank 4 beast, and Ning noted that it was a perfect weapon for both defense and offense. Man remarked that Xinyu had some seriously handy gear. Xinyu modestly shook her head, saying it was nothing. Lin Jie realized that as he grew stronger, his time spent in outer lands and secret zones would only increase. Spatial gear is incredibly useful. He definitely needed to acquire one soon. Lu Jingyang announced that if everyone was ready, it was time to move. The young fighters soon came across shredded mummy corpses scattered everywhere. Leng Yan explained that these mummies were just basic rank 2 beasts in the 5th circle. She had decimated 15 of them with just one strike. Leng Yan pointed out that there were multiple tracks nearby. A powerful team was ahead. Gao Xing, I figured that this squad was clearing the path for them. Suddenly, Man felt something was highly off. Gu Lingyan realized she could not spot Lin Jie or Guan Anning's beasts anywhere. Man wondered if there were actually monsters Leng Yan knew nothing about. Did that mean these creatures were exceptionally rare? Had they truly never seen them before? Gu Lingyan admitted she did not know. The evolutionary paths of these beasts were still being researched, and some clans kept their methods secret. The girl knew that beasts were a master's ultimate secret. No one would just reveal their hidden cards to strangers. It was better to keep quiet. Soon they entered the 4th circle. There stood a dark element destructive spirit. A rank 3 level 4 threat. Leng Yan explained this was the evolved form of those basic mummies. The destructive spirit loomed. Lin Jie stepped up, eager to gain combat experience. Opportunities to refine his soul techniques did not come often. The dark creature pushed itself up on its hands to strike. The stone spirit intercepted it immediately, slamming the beast with a crushing, massive blow. Lin Jie said, "That was not bad." He felt his growth moving rapidly upward. Gu Lingyan observed that this beast certainly had its own combat style. An hour later, the young group finally reached a massive barrier, the legendary Wall of Emptiness. Manman recognized it as a historical relic from the Catastrophe Age. This monolithic structure separated the 3rd and 4th circles, as Manman was quick to emphasize. The entire area was completely enclosed by this barrier. To reach the 3rd circle, they had to cross this barrier. Only 4 gates exist along this wall. Walking along the side would eventually reveal a doorway, which they soon found. A massive stone door blocked their path, but their stone spirit stepped forward to push it. It creaked open slightly, prompting Manman to praise their extreme luck. Having powerful summoned pets made this task easier than laboring for hours. Lin Jie cautiously entered, as Gilingyan warned the young man to stay alert because danger was close. She warned that the 3rd circle was home to much stronger monsters. Even worse, a highly dangerous undead creature roamed this specific area. Specifically, people called this horror the Lord of the Void, but he is not the concern. His real threat lies in his terrifying ability to completely control other monsters. Whenever he appears, he conjures a massive army of weaker guards to overwhelm his enemies. These void guards swarm around him, but Manman urged them toward the 2nd circle, wanting to avoid wasting precious energy in this place unnecessarily. Avoiding a fight was the smartest option, and Manman added that they had nothing to worry about since the Lord of the Void sleeps deep underground most of the time. He almost never comes up to the surface unless they had awful luck. Normally, the monster would never show his face unless they had the worst possible luck. Speak of the devil, because right on cue, things go completely sideways. Suddenly, a pale guardian materialized right before them, a dangerous Guan Anning panicked, screaming to ask what it was. Manman stammered that she did not mean to trigger this rare event. Gu Zini asked what they should do, suggesting they run away. Gilingyan shook her head, explaining that these spectral guardians moved too fast.